just for purposes of...
And neither does T-Jump. Like I said before, probably the only thing he and I agree on in life is that we don't respect Sara.
Understanding I've got a show to run. There's a method to the madness.
And so, yeah, it looks like the queen of the Panelverse and her top white knight have had a falling out over the silliest thing. And so, yeah, basically what happened is that Sara had T-Jump on the other day, right? And so T-Jump was on, and she had like a panel. And it wasn't an open panel, though. It was like T-Jump is kind of like answering everybody's questions in a way, kind of debating everyone at once. Well, Dusty was having a back and forth with T-Jump. T-Jump kept telling him, shut up. Hey, can you shut up? Can you stop talking? And then at one point, and then Sara was like, Dusty, calm down. Dusty. And Dusty, being Dusty, wouldn't calm down. And so Dusty, Sara had to move Dusty to the back. Well, we can't have that. We can't have that. And so that's where it all went downhill. And that was enough for, what the fuck is a T-Jump? I don't know much about T-Jump. T-Jump, I only know him because Jay Dyer calls his debate with T-Jump his worst debate, that like the worst debate he's ever had, pretty much. I don't think because T-Jump embarrassed him or anything. I think it was just T-Jump is just kind of like a really annoying and horrible debater. And so that's how I know who T-Jump is. And then Jim Bob calls him T-Dump, and I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, T-Dump. Dusty was probably full of substances, yeah. And so it was just karma, you know? It's like everything we said about these people, Dusty and Sara, well, it finally came true. Like, we all could have seen this coming. Two people who don't know how to take responsibility, who always thinks it's everyone else's fault but theirs, finally going at it. And Dusty, who doesn't know how to calm down, has no impulse control. And just if you try to calm him down in any way, it's like, no, I can't have that. You can't tell me to calm down, and just acts like a jackass. And then you have Sara, who will gladly go against anyone that's loyal to her in exchange for T-Jump or Connor or RTP and any of these people. You mean to tell me that eventually these two will have a falling out? No, you don't say. But yeah, just look at that thumbnail, though. It's really telling. It's really symbolic. It's as if it's someone's holding his heart, the tomato heart, and just crushing it, you know? So shout out to Dusty for at least leaving this up.
Slide.
I was a little offended by Dusty because he was later on in the stream. He talks about how, like, he's like, oh yeah, people, this has traction. People are going to cover this. But he named off like Rob and Speakeasy are going to talk about it. And I was like, well, what the fuck am I? Chopped liver? The fuck am I? Chopped liver? I think out of everybody, I'm going to be the most likely one to cover this. You know, Rob, I don't think is really going to talk about it much. He might bring it up briefly, but I really don't think he's going to talk about it. Speakeasy, it's a 50-50 chance that he'll bring it up, but I'm definitely going to talk about it. You should go to liturgy sometime. You have a lot of cool churches around you. Yeah, no, I want to. I just want to I have to find a good church. I told Emmett this was Dusty's gift to him for his 500 sub celebration. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that on Emmett's stream. Thank you very much, Daga, for the $2. I joke, but Johnny Ace Arc in, but oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I completely see that. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you very much, Kokomo, for gifting 1 cool Vic membership, and congrats to Brian Baldpiro. Brian Baldpiro is in the chat, and he's now a documented citizen of the Coolverse. Thank you very much, Kokomo. Hell yeah. Speakeasy might do it as Goofies of the day. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's a 50-50 chance he'll talk about it. Speakeasy's more likely than Rob to talk about it between those two. But if you want to bring me up, I am 100% certain to cover it, which is what I'm going to do. So here we go. All the ortho churches are cool. Well, that's the thing. I tried looking up an Orthodox church and I couldn't find any near me. The closest ones I could find are like in LA. That's far as hell. So, I mean, if there's any in Riverside County, let me know because I want to go. All right, let's get to this.
Panel after we got $100 balance. I've put all the super chats that have come in so far. I've applied them towards the balance. So we'll need $70 more in by the time I'm done covering what I'm going to cover. And then we'll have an open panel. If not, then we'll just go on our way and you can find a different place to hang out at. When I was a banker, most of you know me well enough to know that I can be kind of temperamental, right? When I was a banker, I developed...
That's an understatement, temperamental. Dusty acts like a big baby, as you'll see. You'll see how he acts, which, by the way, like, I think they're both at fault here. It's just, Sara should have seen this coming, you know? Like, Sara should have seen this coming. She knows how Dusty is, but she's an idiot. She thought, oh, he'll never do this to me. Well, he did it to you, dummy. And he's also thought, well, she'll never do this to me. She'll just let me act however I want. Well, she did it to you.
A very good habit for myself, which was when I got mad at somebody, I would write the email that I wanted to write to him. Very white collar aggressive of me, I know. I would write out the email that I wanted, and then I'd just save it to send later. And I'd sit on it at night. And then if I felt like sending it in the morning, I would. But normally what happened is I would end up softening it. I'd take out a few of the more unnecessarily aggressive points, and then I'd send a little bit of a watered down fuck you. This is sort of that. I slept on it all night. I woke up, went to Tutty Bugs panel, still pissed. So we're going to talk about Tomato's dumbass bullshit. And we're going to look at it because it happened last night. I know a lot of you saw it. Not everybody did. A lot of you did. But one last thing before we get into it, I just want to remind people, this is something that I've said from the beginning. And I maintain that this is at least my intention. I know that I'm imperfect in execution. My intention is not to covert contract anybody into my fights, right? I can fight my own fights. I'm a big boy. I've been fighting my own fights my whole life, and I don't think that'll ever change. So I just want the audience to know. I know that we share a lot of audiences, whatever.
What does that mean, covert contract? Like secretly try to get someone to fight with him or fight for him? How do you not do that though? Like, how can you not call someone out publicly and not expect people to take sides? I'm not saying everybody's going to take sides, but you're going to have people that are going to take sides. And so how can you not covert contract, whatever the fuck that means, people into fighting your battles for you? If you're a big fan of Dusty and you see Dusty coming on saying fuck Sara, then those big fans of Dusty are going to take Dusty's side.
I'm not covert contracting you. People can still like Sara. They can still go to her shit. I don't see me going back to her shit. But just because I'm mad at somebody doesn't mean that you as an audience member are obligated to be mad at them as well. So with that said, let me share screen and we're going to get into last night.
Okay, so the question was
you're welcome. So no, it proves my point. Thank you for helping me prove my point.
Also, one quick thing. So I don't live in Riverside. I live in Riverside County. Okay. But I don't live in Riverside. But yeah, anything closer to LA is a welcome suggestion. But just keep that in mind.
next.
So this is last night's stream. It's for those who don't know how Sara does her panels, she had a guest up, this T-Jump guy, who could give a shit less about. He's He's a self-indulgent nerd. You can see that vein popping out in his forehead. He's irritated that he's getting challenges from common folk anyways. But after they do the one-on-one, she opens the panel, and the first people on panel, which is us, you can see us all right here. Each one of us gets a few minutes to individually address him, and then she just opens the free-for-all. So Gibbs just went, you know what, let's back it up so that we can just kind of get a flavor for what sort of an arrogant douchebag this guy is.
That morality is...
You know what's also obnoxious about T-Jump? Like, he looks like he's like filming from like his recliner. Like, he looks like he's just chilling watching TV, and he just has a microphone right here. And then you could be like, yeah, you know, I'm an atheist. Yeah, Sky Daddy. That's what it looks like he's doing. And it just looks, I don't know, there's just something obnoxious with this setup. Like, is he really streaming from his recliner? Like, it's just his living room? Like, seriously. Like, it looks like he's operating from like I expect him to just be like living in like a wheelchair. Like, you know, he just has his wheelchair like recliner thing going on, invention. That's what it looks like.
Not objective, because they are stupid enough to believe something despite science coming up and hitting them in the face with it.
Okay, so the question was
You're welcome.
is the shape of the Earth subjective?
I mean, I would argue possibly, depending on if we're in a computer program, and then somebody could just change the shape via ones and zeros like that, and they would be fundamentally a god. So yeah, maybe we are subjective, really are objective. I don't know.
Okay, so the question,
but as far as our laws of physics, no, hold up. I just answered your question. As far as those ego science,
hold on, let him respond.
You asked me a question.
Does the fact that there are...
So I also want to keep in mind, so according to Sarah is like, this wasn't an open panel. So this was like I said, this is like everybody, I guess, against T-Jump. Like, it's like each person gets a turn to kind of get a one-on-one with T-Jump real quick, like to have a little exchange with T-Jump. So this isn't the open panel portion yet. So I just want to put that out there.
Flat earthers who disagree about the shape of the Earth. Does that fact alone make the shape of the Earth subjective?
No, but it does prove morality is objective.
So you agree that the fact that there are people who disagree doesn't make something subjective, right?
That was not in my argument at all, but sure.
We'll go there. So the fact that many people have different moralities and disagree about moralities doesn't prove that morality isn't objective, right?
No, in and of itself, no. But since people act on those moralities.
Real quick, thank you very much, Barry and McCockiner for $4.99. Like for a name change from Powder Dusty to Powder Puff Dusty. Yes, I think he should change it to that. Thank you very much, Barry, Mr. McCockiner, for the $4.99. Very much appreciated. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because this is Gibbs talking.
Whatever the social norms are.
I'm doing this because it started with Brick, it went to Evgy, it went to Gibbs, it went to me. Gibbs was doing when it was Gibbs' turn to talk, he's kind of making his opening thing, and then T-Jump after about 10 seconds goes, is there a time limit? Right? Now he's saying next. He's blatantly being disrespectful to literally everybody. And it's probably because he's getting agitated. You can see his little forehead vein popping out. He's come to this objective morality debate. His point is that he's an atheist and he says that morality is objective. However, as we're about to see, his shit only works in theory. It's a very detached philosophical theory. Once you try to apply it to the real world, it doesn't really get anywhere. And you could tell he's getting a little agitated that he's getting challenged on what he's supposed to be challenged on. So he thinks that he's running the show. Apparently he is running the show. Apparently this dumb fuck autistic little nerd with his forehead vein throbbing like a dick vein could do what Rob Noor couldn't do, and that's tell Sarah how to run her channel.
You're welcome.
Well, yeah. Rob's not a lefty. That's why Sarah only lets the lefties control her panels. You know, if Connor wants to shout down over everybody, Connor could do that. If RTP wants to make demands, I need him to apologize to me, Sarah. Sarah will freaking jump right for them. And I have T-Jump commanding the panels. So yeah, Sarah, if it's a lefty, Sarah will listen. Okay. But if it's a right winger, oh nah, fuck them. Xavier, thank you very much for the $5. Why does Sarah look like Steve Earle? Steve Earle. Wait, who's Steve Earle? Let me look that up real quick. Steve Earle. This guy? That's pretty funny though. What is it? The hair? I can't bring up a good picture. They're all old. Anyway, it's funny either way. Thank you very much, Xavier. Very much appreciated.
All right, Gibbs. Thank you. Dusty, to you, please.
I'm going to try to build on Gibbs. The fact of the matter is that good and bad are subjective to the individual, right? What's good for you and what's good for me may differ. I'd be better off having all of your money, but that wouldn't be good for you. So how do you make something? How do you make the outcome? How do you square that circle?
Morality isn't determined by what's good for you or good for me. Morality is a truth condition of the universe. So it's not like what helps one person is morally good. Morality isn't about what makes you feel good. It's about something truth about the universe. So if it's just because doing something might be good for you doesn't make it moral.
Okay, well, how is that truth then assessed if something's right or wrong?
With evidence, just like everything else.
Okay. And the evidence would indicate that we're different people, and so we're going to have different.
Our peoples are irrelevant. The fact that we're people is irrelevant to morality. The evidence of morality comes from moral convergence, moral progress, moral dilemmas, moral intuitions. The fact that morality and change.
Moral intuitions.
Is immorality over time.
Thank you very much, Shadow FX, for the $2. How is Dusty so familiar with names like that? That's a good question. That's a good question. And he calls us gay. But thank you very much, Shadow FX, for the 2. Very much appreciated.
We're going in the same direction in all cultures, regardless, in all species, regardless of their starts and origins. If it was just evolutionary, we wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, listen, I'm only watching this because this is gonna get to the part where T-Jump and Dusty start like going at it, and this is where it all goes like south. Okay. I could fast forward a little bit because it's like watching two idiots freaking going back and forth.
Idea that morality is subjective or evolutionary.
No, it's not. There's lots of people think that Tom Hanks is a good actor, right? That doesn't mean that he doesn't suck dick. Lots of people's opinion appeal to it.
I didn't say lots of people. So there's a difference between lots of people and convergence. Convergence is a change over time. If we go back in time 1,000 years and we look at every culture and then we go forward 1,000 years, the changes are the same. That's the part that we're interested in.
So what is the objective metric that we're using to determine if an action is objectively right or wrong?
So we're looking at the pattern, just like in everything in business. We see a pattern. We say, is this pattern going in one direction? Yes, this pattern is going in one direction. What can we use to describe that pattern? That is a law or a theory. And we say, if this law or theory makes prediction.
Hey, good to see you, Andrew. Can I just point out the irony of Dusty getting upset and going after Sarah for the exact same thing which he criticized Rob for? Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, the irony isn't lost on us. That's what makes it funny. It's like, well, this whole time I've been saying that everything Dusty criticizes Rob for, he's like guilty of doing himself, but far worse.
And those predictions are correct. We think this law or theory is true. So we're looking at patterns. We describe the patterns with lots of different spins. There's a pattern.
Let's take Islam, which is a growing religion, and one with a massive amount of inbreeding, for instance. Then can we use your metric to conclude that inbreeding is moral?
If inbreeding was a pattern that held across all cultures and different species and had something to do with morality, sure, but it doesn't.
And this is where my silence is okay, let's move on to the next thing, right? Because everybody else is supposed to only get a few minutes. We're getting caught in the loop. And so I just right here just assumed that she would take the gap and move on to Ant.
So like, I'll go on. So the evidence is whatever happened in reality. So if whatever has happened in reality is indicative of truth, whatever I like it or not. No, I don't think it is. That's definitely not something. There's no evidence of that. It's just a bad example. But if it was, then I guess we'd have to.
I mean, how is that a bad example? It's a trend.
So here it comes.
It's a growing trend of humans behaving in a certain way.
It's not a growing trend, and it's not in all cultures. So the point of moral progress is it happens in every culture everywhere in the world, not just one culture. Is inbreeding happening or growing in every culture everywhere in the world?
So it's
Yeah, Sarah asked me to come on her panel and then treated me poorly, so F her, Rob. Dusty, what a baby. Next month, Dusty says, Sarah invited me on a panel and treated me poorly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is glorious to see, to be honest. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before the snakes turned on each other.
That was the question. Is it happening everywhere with every culture, in every species, everywhere in the world? Is it?
No.
So
give me an example.
Wait, stop. So would that be evidence of an objective factor that is affecting all humans?
No, but I don't think that that's a good measure for objective morality, regardless, because it's subjective to individuals doing it, or it's incredibly rare. Like, give me an example. Give me an example.
If it
give me an
happens in
example of something.
every culture everywhere in the world, would it be an objective feature?
What is an example that you would bring up of something that meets those criteria? Super polite, being super polite, even though he's still got this condescending attitude. Whatever, I can get past it. It's not the first douchebag on the internet, and it won't be the last. Okay.
Moral progress.
Okay, give me an example of a moral wrong.
Slavery.
Okay, slavery still exists.
All right.
What?
So here we go. Because I remember Sarah leaves. Because I remember she's like, yeah, I left and then I came back and they were all like yelling at each other, going at it. So here it comes. All right. So I had to fast forward a bit because it was boring up until it gets to the part. So it's coming now.
The fact that it exists doesn't mean that it's depreciating or that people are seeing it as more immoral over time. The fact as early we go back in time, the more further we go back in time, the more people were accepting of it. And the further we go in time, the less people are accepting of it. So the trend is the perception of slavery is more immoral the more time we go throughout all cultures.
But you definitely can't say it's universal. It's not throughout all cultures. The Uyghurs.
Okay. I didn't say slavery was gone. I said the trend for perceiving slavery as moral has always been going down in every culture. That's universal. It's a universal.
So does it have to be all cultures or just trends in that direction? Because you're not applying the same standards to inbreeding that you are to slavery.
If the trend happens in all cultures.
The trend is not happening in all cultures for slavery. The trend
is happening in all cultures. Everywhere in the world. You can Google it. There's
cannibalism. There are cannibalistic tribes still out there.
Again, so there are times when the weather is hot. Does that mean that global warming is false? No.
According to your standards, yes.
No. This is basic
all cultures. No. All cultures is what you said.
So there's a difference between a particular data point and a trend of data points. These are not the same thing. The fact that one person does a crime does not mean the trend of crimes is not going down.
We're not talking about a person. We're talking about an individual. We're talking about individual cultures.
Stop talking. So you are stop talking. You're
right there, rude as fuck. He's getting mad. His forehead vein is throbbing because he knows I got him.
Man, why does Dusty like to think of the vein throbbing? His forehead veins throbbing. He compared it to a penis vein earlier. What's with this dude?
Hold on. Let Tom respond, please, and then you can go.
If I say that, stop talking. If I say that the trend, stop talking.
Hold on,
I'm going to mute you on my end so no one can hear you. Shut up.
Go ahead and tap dance.
Can you mute him for me?
Go ahead and tap dance.
If you don't mute him, bye.
Dusty, this is the controlled portion. Open.
All right.
Well,
mute him.
Who's controlling the portion? You're not controlling shit.
Mute him for me.
Dusty,
I'm gonna run.
Mute him for me.
I'm gonna run. And let him respond.
Can you mute him for me? Yes, T-Jump, right away. Rob. Connors just tells Rob, I'm just going to keep interrupting you and not let you talk. Rob, you just need to learn how to deal with it. You need to learn how to roll with the punches. Oh, but T-Jump, can you mute him for me? Yes, of course, T-Jump. Yes.
Please.
He's being a bitch. Go ahead, bitch.
That's fine. Think that.
Kick him off the stage.
Dusty.
Last warning. Kick him off the stage or I'm not staying because I'm not interested in playing these games. All right.
There is the Rob Noor ultimatum.
The Rob Noor ultimatum.
Sarah, big badass Sarah runs her panel. She does not do ultimatums. That's what caused Rob's whole meltdown in the first place. Somehow, whether it's T-Jump.
Yeah, she is trash. She's, as Rob puts it, a dog shit moderator.
With his forehead vein, or whether it's just over time whether Rob Noor dripped on him, whether she spent too much time looping clips of Rob Noor going, because she likes Dusty, right? Who knows what the fuck it is? But right now, nobody respects you, Sarah. T-Jump doesn't respect you. I don't respect you. You're not in control of your panel. You got given an ultimatum, and unlike 6 months ago when you stood your ground, now you handed over the keys.
Oh man, this screenshot, he paused it at the right time because I'm gonna use that at the thumb. This picture of Dusty right here, I'm using that for the thumb.
So if I say that the trend of murders is going down, and you say, oh, but somebody was murdered in Chicago, that does not prove that there are less murders overall. The fact that you don't understand these statistics means you're just dumb. So if I say the trend of slavery is going down, you listing a case of slavery is not a counterexample.
All I heard
next
is you
person, get him off the stage. I'm done talking to him.
Get him off the stage.
Dusty, we'll move up. Hold on, Dusty. We'll move on.
Yeah, he didn't like my opening.
We'll move on to Ant. We'll move on to Ant.
You mentioned people I don't want to talk to.
You're crying,
Kick him,
dude.
kick him off.
Shut the
Kick him
fuck
off.
up
I want him
yourself
gone.
and let somebody else ask.
Dusty, hang backstage for a little bit. Ant, we'll go on with you, bud.
Hey, Dusty got put in the corner. Time out for Dusty. Dusty, her loyal white knight, who has been fighting in defense of her honor, her aging honor, who has been going to battle for her the last few months, ever since the Crucible Exodus, and only to be struck down by Queen of the Panelverse, Sara, told, you stand down now, Dusty. Ooh.
Backstage for a little bit. The whole reason I was on stage in the first place is because I got this. Oh my fucking God, get on here. Working on it. In fact, I was laying in bed watching fucking Aliens, my favorite movie. But I got up because she was going, get on here. Pop up. Hurry. So you want me to get out of bed, rush to your aid, come in, join a panel I wasn't even watching, just so that you can backstage me and let your panelists talk shit about me because he gave you a fucking ultimatum, you dumb bitch.
If you want to ask your...
Damn. Yeah, nobody puts Dusty in the corner. Vic, you got a P.O. box? I want to send you some stuff. No, I don't, but I am going to open one up soon because I've got a few people have told me, hey, you need a P.O. box. So I'll get to work on that. I'll definitely get to work on that. Reverse Massage, thank you very much for the $4.99. Nobody puts baby Dusty in the corner. Yeah, nobody puts Dusty in the corner. Thank you very much for Reverse Massage. So yeah, so Sara, Queen Sara was like, White Knight Dusty, I summon thee. I need you. I need you in battle. And so Dusty gets up off of his bed from watching, eating Cheetos and watching his Aliens movies, right? And just to go there and be like, I'm here, Sara. I will be here to help you out, only to get shut down and put in the back. Damn.
Your question.
Oh, geez. That was a lot. I want to just touch on something real quick.
Dusty, milady. Dusty, milady, I will protect you from the evil, bad, smoky man. Sara, my hero. But be quiet and stay in the corner. T-Jet might be able to get me in with destiny. Exactly. Ooh, karma. Karma is just too sweet.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time. You said earlier that you believe or you envision morality to be as much of a physical truth as something as, say, gravity.
Yep.
Okay. I'd love to dig into that later. I don't have a real quick question about it right now, so I'm just going to yield my time.
Okay, no problem, Ant.
I can comment on it a little bit. So, like, the law of gravity.
So we're about to jump over. Right now I'm backstage. I told her, hell no. I said, bring me up now. She's like, Dusty, just wait. I'm like, nope, not waiting. Not playing this game. Don't beg me to come to your fucking stream because you don't have enough panelists backstage and you don't understand what this guy's talking about. Don't beg me to come bail you the fuck out and then dunk me backstage because your panelist wants to be a dumb bitch. Not happening. Not happening.
Ooh.
So I just...
After fighting loyally by your side, my queen, I have fought loyally by your side. And for you to treat me like this? How dare you?
Disconnect my stream after she's not bringing me up. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna wait in the back
Sarah's panel end.
and then be allowed to reappear. Fucking not happening. So we're gonna watch a little bit more of this because, like I said in her chat, I don't respect her. T-Jump doesn't respect her. He's going to continue to disrespect her to her face.
Of contradicting, it would have to be an objective moral truth. So, like, if you'd say someone who believes that morality is subjective,
and we're gonna,
yeah, exactly. Dusty learning just this is who Sarah is. Yep, they're learning that how each of them are. Like, Dusty is learning this is Sarah. This is what we've been saying, and Sarah is learning this is Dusty. This is what we've been saying. And yeah, like I said, this was just sweet to watch. The karma. It might have taken a little bit, might have taken a few months, but this was bound to happen. Like I said, it's great when the two snakes finally turn on each other. Hey, good to see you, Alicia. You're right on time for the drama. Trouble in Panel Dice. Thank you very much, SHDW or Shadow Effects. Thank you very much, Shadow Effects, for the $5. Wait, guys, Aliens is a great movie, guys. Dusty's first base take ever. Baby's first good take. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, probably his first base take. Thank you very much, Shadow Effects. Very much appreciated.
speed this up because I don't remember exactly where the parts were. I didn't watch for that much longer. I made a few comments, then bailed. What I will remind people is $100 goal to open the panel after this. We're halfway there. If you want to have an open panel, get them in. Tootie Bug dropped another one. She dropped another 20. Thank you, Tootie Bug. She says for this.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I think he's just taking supers.
But if you use one of the other payment methods,
be a moral truth, not just a truth. They can still believe in objective truth.
No, they would be making an objective. That would be an objective truth statement that they would be making.
Right.
So while this is going on, Dusty is just in the back seething in the chat. Just, my queen, how could you do this to me? You're a loyal white knight. How could you?
A moral truth. So there's a difference between an objective truth and objective moral truth. So they can make objective truth claims and believe objective truth exists. And one of those truths could be there is no objective morality. So there wouldn't be a contradiction. It would be a contradiction if they said there is no objective truth of any.
Taco Express says, hey, what the fuck is this shit? I've been paying for a channel membership all this time for such a suck-ass channel. Peace and love are not available, champ.
Doesn't work the same.
Well, thanks for killing that. I'll move on to my next one for the other people. Thanks, T-Jump.
Thank you, Omar. And Spin, I'll move it on to you, please.
I yield.
Balderson, please.
So now I'm taking bets. Sarah's pissed off basically everybody in her life. She's pissed off her baby daddies. Both of them have left her. She's pissed off Michelle, gone. She pissed off Ashley, gone. Here I am, pissed off.
Notice how he leaves off Rob and Andrew, right? Didn't bring up Rob or Andrew, but he brought it. That's a longer list than I thought. That's a longer list than I thought.
Off and gone. Balderson's next. How long do we think it'll take before Balderson is like, fuck this bitch?
How's it going tonight?
Did I really white knight for this?
So basically, if you have your magical world where you've changed physics and things like that,
World, which
whatever they want. That's you would,
so if I say magic, that's just
if
no part of all
Stop
possible
talking.
worlds.
Stop talking. Once again, disrespecting panelists, disrespecting Balderson, who's been a staple of Sarah's panel, disrespecting Sarah indirectly by disrespecting all of her panelists, and she's just gonna take it.
Listen, my queen, I know you're trying to court this T-Jump here for your panel, but look how he disrespecteth thou kingdom, my queen. How could you let this happen?
We can't get there. We don't.
But Sarah, don't worry. Tom's going to leave you just like everybody else does.
Don't live in that world. That's not the point. You seem to be very confused with the idea that we need to be able to get there for my morality to have relevance. That's not the point. The point of the definition is to give a definition of what the perfect world would be like, which we can then use as a guide in our current world. The goal isn't to say we can get there. It's totally irrelevant. No part of anything.
Even more hilarious about the situation is Dusty is such a pansy. Sarah will double down and Dusty will relent. Well, we'll see. Who knows? He goes off actually like in a little bit saying some pretty personal stuff. And then Sarah responds to it. But some of the stuff Dusty says, I was like, holy shit. And apparently it could have been worse if he hadn't calmed down.
I said was irrelevant. So in this,
like he actually said that he was thinking about even going off. Like he's like, I could have blown up her whole lawsuit and all this stuff. And I was like, holy shit. Imagine if Dusty would have just went nuclear on that whole lawsuit thing.
The point of why I was giving that was to give a definition of what a perfect world would look like. Also, you believe in a magic sky daddy who can literally do magic, so bringing up magic shouldn't be a problem for you.
He thinks I'm Christian. Let the shit show begin. Let the shit show begin. This dumb fucker.
Head, we'll start. We can maneuver respect me at
Go on, bitch.
release because this is still my platform, and I ask you.
This is where Sarah lays down the law, boys.
All right. Everybody got their questions out. Let's go ahead. We'll start. We can maneuver into open floor. At least, guys, be mindful. When I ask you to stop talking, you stop talking. You may not like the guest or you may not like the way he engages with you, but you will respect me at the very, very least because this is still my platform and I am still your host and I still have that button. If you don't listen to me when I ask you to stop, then you just go somewhere else, okay?
Gone, bitch, gone. Nobody respects you. I don't respect you. T-Jump doesn't respect you. You got a whole panel and a whole chat of people trying their damnedest to maintain respect for somebody that doesn't fucking deserve it.
You all just witnessed that very moment. All right. So I'll go ahead and open the floor up. Balderson, you were already on a roll. If you wanted to finish that thought process, I'll let you go ahead.
Oh, I'll let you go ahead. How kind of you. How kind of you, Sarah.
No,
Kind of
go,
you.
go ahead and move on.
Now you're going to disrespect Balderson. Balderson.
Now you're gonna disrespect Balderson as someone who has been loyal to your kingdom, your kingdom, your court. Another loyal knight here, Balderson. Queen Sarah, I must urge of you to please rethink what you're doing here. You're putting the kingdom in great danger.
No, go ahead. You gonna shit on your whole panel, your entire support network. This is why you don't have a fucking support network, Sarah.
All right. Okay. We'll kick it back over to Clay. Open us up.
Thank you. And I did say that you're very bold.
Ashton sends in membership for 8 months. He says, money well spent for the entertainment. Well had. Thanks, sir. Thank you, Ashton, for the 8 months of support. Again, there's only a little bit more in this. We need $50 more if you all want.
Bold and brave for coming up here. You're not playing with kindergartnens up here, my friend. This is
dollars. He says, may you stop talking long enough for.
It's your perspective.
Thank you for the donation. But what I did see is, yeah, dropping me backstage had a chilling effect on the panel. You can tell, Balderson's had the exact same like kind of grimace look on his face for about past 2 minutes. He's not happy. Nobody's really happy on the panel. Brick gets feisty, and I do think I enjoy it.
Rob, Sarah, you idiot. Dusty is playing you like a fiddle, and the second you upset him, it's over. Dusty, Sarah, you treating me poorly. Now you're gonna get it. Yeah, exactly. Like she's an idiot. Like she actually straights up because he later plays her response, and she says, "I never would have thought. I thought we were friends. I didn't think he would do this to me." Yeah, you dumbass. You seen him betray everybody. You idiots. And you think I'm special, though. I didn't think he was going to do it to me. I thought I was special. I thought I meant something to him.
You're calling a perfect world your perfect world. But your perfect world, it's bullshit.
Do you have any evidence?
Yeah, it's your world. It's your world, man. Tell me about your world. Tell me about your world.
He told me I was different. He told me that I was special and that I meant something to him. He told me I was different and that he would never do that to me.
You're a scared little person who wants people to shut up.
Insults.
Orthodox guy sends in $20. He says, this is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. If you sit by a river for long enough, eventually you'll see your enemy's body floating down it. Samurai proverb. Yeah, no, exactly.
This is crazy, but you know what? It's not. How did Sasquatch say it? It's predictable and explicable or something like that. Anyways, thank you.
So honestly, I don't remember why he's playing the rest of this because I'm not sure if anything else
Run
happened.
Run away.
I'm not even saying to be. I can't.
It's
All
open
right, all
floor.
right, all right.
Oh,
I do feel like I'm doing my Special Olympics every duty every time I'm in here. So
I know, I do too. Calvin, why don't you go ahead and kick us off? I'm sure you actually have a question.
And let me thank Beth sending $10 for channel goal.
Answer to my question. I was the one to ask you.
Love you, is the
All right, I don't remember if there's anything else here, so I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I want to get to where he gets to like Sarah's response because again, Sarah puts her response behind a paywall. So we have to watch it through Dusty's stream. Holy cow. All right, here we go.
Ever put that obligation on anybody else. So I don't expect that nobody.
Does anybody else in the chat want to join me for a bit of smug? Yes, I think we all do.
Here is obligated to take on my beefs.
With that said, I'll take my leave, and I'll throw you 10 for her as well.
You're a gentleman.
Yeah, so Sarah, like, I don't remember where it happens, but Sarah actually does try to go onto his panel. Like she was backstage and Dusty's like, nope, I'm not gonna let you up. I'm not gonna let if you want to come, if anyone wants to see Sarah up, send me $200. Okay. Which is weird. I mean, why doesn't Dusty just have her up and they hash it out? And also, too, isn't it weird that Sarah isn't having her father talk to Dusty? Like, what's up with that? When it's Dusty, all of a sudden, Sarah's brave and Sarah's willing to go on and confront him head on, right? Sarah rushed to this panel and was like, let me on. She rushed to it. I thought she needed her father to do the fighting for her. I thought she needed her ex-husband to do the fighting for her, But when it's Dusty, all of a sudden, she's quick to rush over there. But for some reason, when it's Andrew or Rob, I need my dad. I don't know. I'm sick. Hey, good to see you, Rachel. I only have one thing to say about this situation. Tons of laugh emojis. Yeah. That's pretty much how I was when I heard about this yesterday. Thank you very much, Proctologist, for the 5 for the Alien Nation. Thank you very much, Proctologist. And thank you very much, Kokomo, for those 10 Australian dollar dues. Smug. Thank you very much, brother. Only one more away from that super chat. Go.
Minute Scholar.
Catch you on the next one.
All right, Brick, take it easy. Can't take it easy, take it easy.
So I wake up and I have notifications on for Dusty. So I get a notification saying Dusty's gone live. And I'm like, oh, what's he doing? And then I look and I'm like, oh, what is he doing? Now, I don't hate Dusty.
Your ass right now. That's
I don't
what
think
we
any
do.
of us should hate Dusty. Dusty is Dusty. This is what he does. This is who he is. This is how he is. But
this is who he is. This is what he does. And yet I was still friends with him and I still trusted him with some personal information. I still let him into my personal friendship. I would call him, talk to him, even though I knew that this was how he was. And yet I was still an idiot. It's almost as if Sarah just has horrible taste in men, right? Thank you very much, Shadow Effects, for the 2, completing that super chat goal. A cool mug of smug. Thank you very much for the mug of smug. Thank you very much, Gorilla Biscuits, for gifting 1 Cool Vic membership. And congrats to Nick for now being a documented citizen of the Coolverse. Let's go. Thank you very much for helping me complete that super chat goal, guys. Let me get for you my newest reward video, huh?
Your super chat money. I hope I haven't alienated you, my audience.
It's so stupid. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, I hope I didn't alienate you guys by asking for some grift. All right. I know how that happens to everybody. They alienate their audience when they grift. So, sorry, guys. Thank you very much, Angela, for the $5. Are you kidding me? I missed the target again. Yeah, unfortunately, but maybe you'll get it next time. Thank you very much, Angela.
tax, he didn't.
Yeah, so he went for some, let me rewind it. So she's saying he went for some personal attacks. So I didn't play it because it took forever for him to get to. But earlier in the stream, he says, yeah, I could have I could have ruined the whole lawsuit for her. Like he had some insider information for the litigation. He's like, I could have blown that all up for you. Also, her photo, you know, the jacket, the crucible, the lewds, if you will. The lewds was Photoshop, according to Dusty. That I've seen her in person. Her body does not look like that. You know, so insinuating that was all photoshopped or AI'd or whatever like that. And so, yeah, Dusty, according to Dusty, those pictures were heavily photoshopped. Her body doesn't look like that. And so this is Sara responding to that.
But I'm a little disheartened and disappointed that he went for some personal attacks. He didn't call and talk to me. He didn't ask.
No.
And he didn't have any forethought to think of in that moment, what is she doing? Maybe there's a plan.
Bitch, it's on you to tell me if there's a plan. I waited 24 hours to do this live. At no point did you contact me and say, hey, you know what? Here's why you shouldn't be mad that I backstaged you to let somebody else talk shit about you. At no point. That shit's on you. It's not on me.
Because
Now
there is
she's
always
playing the
a plan,
fucking victim.
and I always have a plan, especially
Now they're getting mad at her for playing the victim. Guys, you didn't fucking know that? That's what we've been saying. Everything Sarah's saying about Dusty is stuff we've been saying. Everything Dusty and them are saying about Sara is the shit we've been saying this whole time. Now it just took for one instance of Sara laying down the law on Dusty, putting Dusty backstage for them to all finally see what a bunch of freaking snakes they all are.
when we're running shows and what's going on. There's always a rhyme and a reason. Some of you may not understand why I do what I do, but there's a reason why we have a lot of people in terms of being able to network out and get new guests on. But there's a lot of work that I do that you don't realize is happening because...
And that I don't care about. If you had to beg T-Jump and suck his dick or lick his forehead vein, none of it matters to me.
You're just focused on what happened.
Yeah, obviously. That's what she's saying, that you don't care. You know, like, you don't care about her show at all. You only care about yourself. Again, surprise, surprise, snake's gonna snake. Thank you very much, Detroit Dabbler, for the $1.99. You ain't cool if you don't hit the like. Yeah, you ain't straight if you don't hit the like. This is amazing. I love a good R-slur Civil War. Yeah, same here. Hey, Easy, good to see ya. Just popping in to say, I told you also. Yeah, exactly, Easy. Exactly. Like I said, I think we all saw this coming. It was only a matter of time. Robert Whaley, thank you very much for becoming a new member, brother. Hell yeah.
But the question is, does she know how to give head?
In the heat and whatever. But whatever. Number one, if you want...
Also, thank you to Brick for the $10 he sent in. Let's bomb fucking Rose, since it's been a long time. No, you know what? Just so that people don't get misconstrued, let's hit these guys.
Wait, what's this? I was like, I didn't see this. What the hell is this? What is this supposed to be? I know it's supposed to be like a super chat thing, but what is it supposed to be saying, though? I don't get it. Just more AWDS.
All right, so
I like how no one says anything. Everyone's just like, okay.
Let's hear you maneuver.
Want ab pictures because the lovely Dusty said,
oh yeah,
my shit's
Yo,
AI.
this woman's
It's
so
funny because
fucking
he actually
corny,
has
bro.
the original before my photographer even touched it up.
My photographer.
Dusty has the original. Dusty has the original pictures of her lewds. Remember we were joking around saying like Dusty was probably like, yeah, send them to me. Well, I guess it's true. How do we know these people so well? Andrew says, Sarah, you don't understand all the things that go on for me to put on this show. I have to make awful content, be a moron, and pretend my internet boyfriend broke up with me and took the house. Yeah, I know, right? So much work to do all that.
So you got a photographer the same time that you were making the AI video, but did he do any? Why? Do you have any?
Yeah, Rachel, I heard that too. Yeah, she has 2 baby daddies. Yeah, he revealed that she has 2 baby daddies or 2 ex-husbands, whatever. I don't know. I know she has 1 ex-husband for sure, but either way, she has 2 baby daddies. And yeah, her abs are photoshopped, and he has a lot of information that could have blown up that lawsuit.
Any new headshots? Did you get a new profile picture for your fucking channel? No. All you got is the 2 pictures, one with your fake abs.
I know, right, Rachel? I realized that too. I was like, what the hell? Hypocrisy much?
The other one with you sitting with a chair backwards like this so you can't see your fucking gut.
I sent him an original. I, of course, covered my face on it because I didn't want him to go and blast it out before I had any opportunity. He has the original picture. And then the touch-up came afterwards, which was wasn't really that much of a difference, honestly, but it was cute. But he has the original in his text messages because he wanted to see it. So, yeah.
Married man Dusty was like, hey, can you send me those pictures that you took? And she's like, okay. D-gens, am I right?
But if you want ab pictures, go to the Discord, get in that motherfucker. I dropped him there. That 6-pack is hot and rocky.
She's upset.
She's upset. And
she's like, upset.
I scheduled this stream 2 hours before I went live. She's had 5 hours to AI more pictures. Bitch, stand up and show us your abs. Stand up, Sarah.
Doing its thing. And you know what? Swimsuit season's coming up. Pool's opening soon. We'll
yeah. So wait, when I said she sent lewds to Dusty, she actually did. Yes, exactly. And by the way, in a little bit, she's going to be like, and by the way, guys, if you want to see pictures of my abs, join the Discord. I was like, ooh, I'm not sure if this is going to help her in this lawsuit. I don't know if this is going to help her so much.
Nice. Maybe I'll
suck your cheek too, Sarah.
more,
If you
to
have
show
any.
off that you're all fucking stupid. Now, do I have a round puffy face?
She's talking about being stupid.
She is mad about that. And to anybody, if she puts good pictures out there, even though I'm sure they're all still AI, you're welcome.
Know this. We all know this.
Like the easiest, the most basic trick in the book to get a girl to send you pictures is to go, I bet your tits aren't even that good. I bet your 6-pack isn't even real. She just went straight for it.
I get tired.
Remember when Sarah was like, oh my God, Dusty knows how to treat a woman. Dusty, he fights for women. Look how he defended Marilyn here. He's a true defender of women. And then Dusty, which we could all see coming, is a sneaky fucker. Sneaky fucker Dusty.
Your cortisol levels rise and your face puffs up. I haven't slept in 2 years. It happens. Okay.
I haven't slept in 2 years.
Whatever. Anyways.
And a 2-gallon cup
The
of coffee
6-pack was created by AI. I mean, I've done some fun AI shit, but I've never tried that because
Look at this white knight in her comment section.
All right. But yeah, the pictures are all in.
Winky stinky.
Christy, I love you.
Stand up, Sarah.
All in there. I just dropped a few of them. I've had that since I was like 11 years old. It never went away. Even in pregnancy, I still had a 6-pack. So fuck you.
Even in pregnancy, she still had a 6-pack. Yeah, I'm pressing X to dad on that.
I call Cap.
What really?
Yeah, I also call Cap.
Chaps my ass is that
makes me happy.
We
Chap
have
your
our
ass.
regulars, and I love our regulars. I love our regular panelists. I love my relationships with all of these people. But Dusty Knight,
the side ponytail. Yeah, I've talked about she was putting out these videos on her Sleepy Tomato channel where she was trying to act all young, but she's dressed like she's still from the 80s. And I was just like, it was like the meme, the hello, fellow children. Like, I almost expect her to be like, have you guys heard the newest Madonna cassette? I just bought it. Have you heard the newest Cyndi Lauper? What about that Tiffany, huh?
You know, we talked almost on a daily basis. You know,
if you can't see, I said stand up, show us the six-pack live.
We've had nice conversations.
Okay, so Dusty is in her chat and he's asking her, stand up and show us that six-pack. Prove to us it's not real, or that it's real.
We work together in a lot of different ways. And to see somebody actually go and shit all over me publicly like that,
because you betrayed him, bitch. That's why.
Right? Now, I have the rule that nobody's my fucking friend in here in that aspect in terms of like friends, but I thought Dusty and I were a lot closer than that.
I thought we were a lot closer.
And to throw a shit fit over something that really I didn't think it was quite anything. Especially, and I'll get to this portion here shortly, but especially because I had specifically said when I opened the panel up, when I brought everybody up, serious inquiries only, keep your insults for the gauntlet. The gauntlet. Now, he didn't play that portion for you, but because, I guess that's not workable for him. But I do expect when I ask you to stop for a minute and just chill out, right? I do expect my regulars to know that there's a rhyme and reason. All he had.
I don't give a fuck about your rhyme or reason. I get it. Nice pause here. OG, get this one. I get that Sarah wants me to sit there and get shat on by her other guest. However, she can put my dick in that mouth hole.
Wow.
I told him backstage, just hey.
This is the great defender of women, Dusty, the one that just a month or two ago was like, here is Dusty, the defender of women. This is what a real man looks like, huh? Unlike those crucible men. Yuck. Dusty is a real man. And we're like, oh, geez, Sarah, you idiot. You fucking idiot.
Choke on it. Wait until open mode, like open floor. Be all right.
Yeah, married
and
man.
I would have let him go have his fun. I would have let him go and have his fun, and things would have been. He would have been able to do what he wanted to do. But in that moment, my goal is to get the guest from point A to point B, and that's the first 2 hours, or at least before we go full open floor, to have a serious conversation. Now, if the man T-jump or whatever, if he had dropped off when open floor happened because
Dusty's married and he's asking her for like the unedited pictures of her photo shoot and saying things like you could put my dick in that mouth and stuff like that. It's just this is married man Dusty. By the way, he's talked about like man, because when they were talking about the whole like Maryland thing and what's his name? Avarice was like calling out Marilyn for sending like her like pictures to men and stuff like that. And Dusty was like, man, you're gay. You're gay. Like, don't say that shit because you're just going to discourage these women to not send their nudes to you. And I'm like, Dusty, you're fucking married, dude. What are you doing? Like wanting nudes. And then Sarah also stood up for him and was like, yes, that is correct. See, Dusty is right. Like, you're going to scare the women away if you do that. Dusty knows better. If you want to send your nudes to someone like Dusty, or if you want to send your nudes to someone, send them to Dusty because he won't say anything about it. It's like, guys, you guys are just the worst.
Didn't like Dusty. Fine. Then he's lost, right? We lose him. But during that portion, it is my goal to try to get through the content, asking the question so that everybody can have a chance. That's why I kept.
As far as I know, he's married. I heard him call her his wife. And then even in the YouTube chat, her screen name in their chat is like Mrs. Dusty. So I'm assuming they're married.
Saying, let's just move on to Ant. But we had to keep doing this shit and making fun of each other and whatever.
What happened is they all thought there would be content slaw over Sarah's LOL suit because it included me, but nobody cared. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that's why Dusty was desperate to bring it up. He's like, well, no one's talking about it. It's like, well, yeah, no shit, no one's talking about it because they can't talk about it. None of the parties involved could talk about it. They would be idiots to do so. And so he's like, Katie is her name, but I don't know. It's just a girlfriend. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Listen, I don't know 100. I could have sworn it was his wife. I could be wrong, though. I just know she does call herself Mrs. Dusty on the chat. And I could have sworn I've heard him refer her as his wife.
Well, to
anyway,
be
so-
fair, he did rag the fuck out of Dusty.
Hello, Becca.
I mean,
let's just jump over and play this real quick.
Stop talking.
Talking
So
about
you are
individual-
stop talking. You're
My
confusing.
turn to talk as well as yours.
Hold on.
My turn to talk as well as
Hold
yours.
on. Let Tom respond, please, and then you do that.
Tom,
If I say that, stop talking. If
I did. I mean, well, I did take those personal attacks. I never said I would ever do that to her. Like, when the fuck did I say that? Was that part of our wedding vows or some shit?
You never did attack her kiddos, though, did you?
No, not her kids. There's at one point I said that I pointed out that everybody left her. Michelle, Ashley, me, Andrew. I said both her baby daddies.
I can talk about it. I'm going to get it dismissed because it's ridiculous and countersued for the next 50 years, dude. That's freaking great.
Too.
Oh, I mean, they really have no case. Like, I went like over the details of the case what I found online, and I was just like one of the claims was that you cost her subs and money because you said the whole lewds thing, but that was way after she already lost subs and money. So if that's like if that's the major basis of this, I'm just like this. She's got nothing.
Okay, sorry, I missed that
Something
part.
that we kind of had an agreement on.
And Wax, let's not forget about the.
Hey, good to see a Rob's in here too. Good to see a Rob. Trouble in the Panelverse. Say it ain't so. Yes, yeah, trouble in the Panelverse. I guess the power of the Panelverse isn't so powerful anymore.
Wax.
Rob, you don't have to live in fear of the power of the Panelverse anymore.
Relationship, friendship thing is that he would never go personal. He would.
I don't know when.
She lied to her lawyer about it. She lied about the entire timeline and lied to a lawyer about it. No wonder, because I was like, what lawyer would take this case? Like someone who must really want her for money. And that makes a lot of sense. If she lied to him, that makes a lot of sense. That's hilarious.
I said that.
Never do that to me because it's not. He doesn't want people to trust him and then not to trust him because he takes things that you say or whatever and tries to do that.
Oh yeah, no, I don't divulge secrets. It's no
I don't
secret
divulge
that you have two
secrets.
baby daddies.
So yeah. You know what, Dusty? I'll tell you what. You want me to stand up and show it? $200. There you go.
$200?
And I will. I'll do a twirl for $200, Dusty. You pay up.
That's pretty savage.
show
That's
up.
pretty good.
But it's also in the Discord if you are.
I'd rather get caked in his skull.
Like, so did you hear that? So Dusty's like, stand up and show us that that six pack is real. And she's like, $200, Dusty, if you want me to stand up and do a twirl for you. What? Excuse me. What now? What now? Now you're charging men for you to do acts. Now you're charging them to see that stuff. Listen, lady. Again, this isn't helping your lawsuit much at all. Not that you really had a good case, but if you did, this isn't helping much. If you're saying yes, if you're telling a man, yes, pay me $200 and I'll stand up and do a twirl. Thank you very much, Kokomo, for the 10 Australian dollar dues. The power of the Coolverse rocking today. Yes, yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Kokomo. And thank you very much, Balder Asgard, for the NOK 50. Nothing to say, just wanting to show some support. Thank you very much. Yeah, so she's a prostitute. I mean, what else can we say at this point? If you're charging men, if you're telling men, pay me this money and I will do some sort of like kind of sexual act. I mean, what else? Rob says, best part is when Dusty said he could destroy her lawsuit. I wonder what would happen if their comms were found in Discovery. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because in Dusty's stream, he said some things about their comms, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, I don't think this looks good for them at all.
Better for you,
Sons of
Peril.
Anarchy. They'd rather give $200 to this Holly. I'd rather have my head caved in like OP did in Sons of Anarchy.
By the way, I did apply Brick. Brick sent in $10 for the Mater bond. There is still $130 left. If you weren't here earlier, she did show up here backstage. I told her she can get fucked. I didn't invite her here. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking about her, and I gave her a $200 bond. So it is still at $130, but she is not here.
part of
Why
our
don't
Made
y'all
in
just
Nation
girl
Discord
math and
will
cancel the
happily stand up to do
$200 out, show each other's everything?
Who is this lady right here? The big hat. Hey, good to see you, Wi-Fi Gospel. Thank you very much for the $5. Got nothing to say. Just wanted to show your support. Thank you very much. Subscribe to Alex's channel. He's doing good stuff over there.
I mean, but that was my point
She
exactly.
would never
Like,
have the balls to pull up here.
she knows I'm not going to give her $200. All she's saying is, yes, I photoshopped the ab pictures. That's it.
Twirl for $200 from Dusty and Dusty alone, nobody else.
See, there it is. There it fucking is.
Nobody else can
What
hit
a
that grip.
dumbass.
$200 from Dusty. I'll do a fucking twirl. All right. Is it worth it?
It's not a good look when she says for Dusty, if Dusty spends me $200, I will hit that twirl as she's putting on like lip gloss on her lips like that. It's just not really a good look. It's not a good look.
To you or
nobody wants you to twirl. We don't want to see
50
your
years,
back.
baby.
Just want to see your fupa.
You guys can just go see the Discord or whatever.
Yeah, just go to the Discord. Just go look at some more Photoshop pictures. I had 5 hours to work on these fucking pictures. Go look at those. I'm not proving that I have a six-pack. Just trust me. No.
But yeah, pay up. You want to grift me for $200. I came on stage. I came backstage on your show to come talk to you. You talk shit and said all that, and you're not invited or whatever, which is also not your forte either. You know, it's not your forte. Usually you send out
What's not?
links and say, oh, I sent a link to such and such since I'm going to talk about them. I sent out a link to this person because I'm going to talk.
Yeah, but normally I'd see if you had let me stay on the stream that you kicked me off of, maybe I'd give you normal courtesy, but you don't get normal courtesy. I'm talking shit about you without you here, just like you let T-Jump do about me on your fucking panel.
Talk about them. And then, so, you know, I figured I was like, oh, well, I'll just jump in and talk to him. And then you go on this rant of you weren't invited. So, you know, you're backtracking on your own principles that you normally do, which is quite weird to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sarah suing me. Rob says Sarah suing me for at least $150K. I never even said a word about her personal life. Now that Dusty has, I wonder what she will sue him for. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if she's gonna sue Dusty. It's funny because I was like, oh, what does Dusty have? But Dusty's like parents, like he comes from a pretty privileged background. His parents own like a bank. You know, his parents own a bank. They seem pretty affluent. So yeah, he's not out of the woods. He should be careful. He should watch out. Real quick, thank you very much, Barry McCockiner, for the $1.99. Not one step back. Thank you very much, Mr. McCockiner. Very much appreciated. Straight rippin', or is it straight trippin', for $2. Rob, what's up, bro? Well, there you go. Saying what's up to Rob for $2. Thank you very much.
I would have expected at least a little bit more respect from you in that moment, if you're going to do.
Why? Did I get respect?
Did I get
that?
Respect?
Or a fucking phone call would have been nice.
It's a little something called respect.
All right. I'm going to play, I got to cue it up, but I'm going to play a spot of exactly what I said before the panel opened up. And we'll go through that so that I can show you that I told everyone this from the get-go. And I've actually been running it this way for quite a while. We've been doing the open panel opens up. We run through series since the Mark Reed debate. That was the first time I tried it. And I like doing it that way. I'm pretty sure I've been consistent.
Blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much, Kokomo, for the gifted 5 Cool Vic memberships. And congrats to the Nerd in the Ring, Gully, Grim Reaper, Bobby John, David Lent, Nerd of the Ring, Gully, Grim Reaper, Bobby John, David Lent. I feel like I'm missing someone, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's all of them. Congratulations, guys, for becoming documented citizens to the Coolverse. Thank you very much, Kokomo, for gifting those. And also, thank you very much, Based Grandma, for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Yeah, exactly. Women prattle.
With doing it that way each time.
All right,
but I actually started making it very clear prior to the start how we're going to run it. Let's see.
Look at her neck.
Dusty and I had talked
When she
right before
talks.
the show as well.
Look at her neck.
We had talked right before the show, and he specifically said he really wanted to be on this thing. So I sent him text.
Oh, so Dusty claimed that he was just chilling. Thank you very much, Base Grandma. I appreciate you. But yeah, so according to Dusty, Dusty was just chilling watching Aliens, and then Sarah sent out the white knight signal and was like, Dusty, I need you, please. I need you for the panel. And Dusty was like, okay, my queen, and showed up. But now Sarah's claiming that Dusty was the one that was like, Sarah, I have to get on that panel, please, my queen. And so then Sarah sent out the signal. Well, which is it? I guess Dusty's going to reply to that right now. Rob says, so funny listening to these two make the exact same arguments about each other. I did that started all of this off. Dusty is a lolcow who ruins panels. Sarah plays favorites and sucks as a mod. Yeah. In the words of you, Rob, she's a dog shit moderator. She's a dog shit moderator. Dog shit moderator. But yeah, exactly. We've been saying these things for the last few months, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Thank you very much, Are We Not Men, for being a member for a month. Oh shit, not the fucking Panelverse. And Gavin Free for the $5. I don't very much like Sarah, but I pray she doesn't open up a blue YouTube after losing all her homies. Like, seriously, just no. Yo, yeah, I hope not to. I hope not to.
She had said, are you coming tonight? Are you coming tonight? I said, yeah, that sounds like a good topic. That was the conversation. Like, now we're getting, this is so stupid and derivative. But yes, I said I was interested in the topic because you asked me, are you going to come tonight?
Saying hurry up.
So now Dusty left that out at the beginning of the stream, that he did say he was interested, but it's because Sarah was like, hey, are you going to show up tonight?
I want to make sure he had a seat and he had a chance.
I guess
and all
he
that
wants you to
stuff.
come.
And this was before everyone even got backstage. And
Pause.
you know,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought
He
you'd be
actually
glad to hear that.
A man coming on a woman is not paused. The fuck?
treatment here, and that's why I'm a little irritated. Sometimes he gets links in advance because he wants to, be in there. Or I guess I should say,
She's doing it all for me. Sarah was doing everything
Doing it
for
all
me.
for
I'm
me.
just unappreciative. Okay.
he had the advantage. Right.
Like
So
I said, she's playing the victim.
yeah. Oops. Am I sharing the wrong thing? Sorry. No, I'm sharing.
Sarah playing the
I'm sharing
victim? You
myself.
don't say.
Let me move. Hold on. That's why.
You can share yourself all you want. No one gives a fuck.
Screen. I hit the wrong button. There we go. That one. All right. I'm not even mad. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, Dusty is Dusty.
Cap.
This is what he is. Starting to, maybe he like ran out of drama to have with other people that he had to pick a fight with me. You're
that's
gonna
what
do
it
you,
is.
boo. And if you don't ever come back to my
Didn't run out of drama. Got plenty of it.
show again, then you're just like everyone else.
Yo,
that,
this woman
gets
just
mad at
killed
one
me,
moment
bro.
and doesn't come back or whatever the case. It's too much of drama to have with other people that he had to pick a fight with me. You're gonna do you, boo. And if you don't ever come back to my show again, then you're just like everyone else. That
You know what's funny is I said this on the last stream when Dusty was talking about the LOL suit, is that I think this would have been cheaper in the long run for Sarah if she would have just gave Rob the 10K. Like, if she would have just paid the 10K to Rob and then said, oh, I'm sorry, Rob, she would still have all like the subs, or at least most of the subs. She would still be making lots of money, right? In the long run, it would have just been better off for her. She would have just paid the 10K. Rachel says, it's like I said 6 months ago, Sarah's an unserious person who just wants to get drunk and attention whore. She doesn't care about ideas or debate. Yeah, exactly. Anthony, thank you very much for the $5 for going through the hassle of doing this research for us and not to go through it ourselves. Yeah, no problem. That's what I'm here for, brother.
That left you, right?
does that, that gets mad at one moment and doesn't come back or whatever the case. It's fine. You live your life, you stay in your corner, and you do your thing. All right. And I think
they're ready to go, having a good time. Now, if you all remember to
hold on. She said in this super chat, she says, I had a full panel all night. This is what I arrived to. What did I say? 6 fucking people.
They're ready to go, having a good time.
Along
now,
with a
if
grown
you
man
all
playing with 2
remember, to
cats.
all of my guests, we moved this one at a time for the first portion. Once you all get your Q&A in one at a time, then we'll move into full gauntlet mode and it will be open floor. So I'm going to ask everyone else except for myself and Tom to mute your mics, please. And you're going to be on standby. And we're going to go ahead. And also, if you're doing insults or whatever, save that for open panel. It's serious inquiries first. Spin City, I'll start off. It was that easy. It was that easy.
It was that easy.
It was that fucking easy. Wait until.
Then you should have got T-Jump in check. He was disrespectful first, not just to me, but to you as well. And to Gibbs. He'd been disrespectful to basically everybody on panel.
Yeah, he was the common denominator problem for
Right.
it seems like everybody. So
Right.
I don't like that she let him say, yeah, he was the guest of honor, so be it. But still, he was talking to her remnants of how Andrew and Rob would talk to her. And I don't know why she's letting this fucker get away with it. That's what bothers me the most.
It's because he's a lefty. For some reason, Sarah's afraid to piss off the lefties, right? She's just afraid. Yeah, T-Jump says, get Dusty out of here, Sarah. And Sarah's like, yes, you got it, T-Jump. You know, Connor is like, I'm going to shout down over you, Rob, and threaten you physically. Sarah is like, well, Rob, you need to learn how to just roll with the punches, Rob. RTP says, Rob needs to apologize to me now, Sarah. Sarah's like, Rob, could you apologize to RTP, please? You know, it's for these lefties, she bends over backwards. But what happens when two lefties like Dusty and T-Jump go at it? Well, it just seems like she just has no loyalty and she's just willing to throw her friends underneath the bus to get some more of that sweet lefty poon. Thank you very much, Kat, for the $5. Panelstein has fallen. Yeah, it has. Thank you very much, Kat. And thank you very much, Emmett, for the 10. Free Panelstein. You are killing it, Vic. Well, thank you very much, Emmett. And congrats again for getting monetized.
Just wanted to share my thoughts.
Somebody in the chat before I even showed up said T-Jump has a punchable face. And like, I cannot get that thought out of my head. He really does.
Oh, I said he looks like somebody, like, you know, somebody with, you know, needs to throat punch him. Yeah, something to that degree. Yeah.
We go
Or,
into
yeah,
full
he's got-
gauntlet
yeah.
mode. And everybody's been really awesome with accommodating this new format. Everybody's been understanding it. Maybe Dusty hasn't been around the new format for a while. I don't know.
Bitch, I've been around it. Get to the part where he's talking shit.
Well, if he's like just not realizing what's going on. But it was that easy. Serious inquiries only. Keep the insults to yourself. Okay. Now let me fast forward. Let's see. And I'm going to run through this real fast, and then
Don't be surprised that
and then
Grace
actually here,
covered it.
I'll open the panel up.
But she will.
Dusty, you have your same bond on you. I don't want you here, honestly. You're just kind of.
Grace is going to cover it. Emmett's going to cover it. I'm sure that Easy and Rob, like a lot of people will probably. This is going to have legs.
You fast forward.
I don't know about that, but I was just like, hey, wait a minute. Am I chopped liver here? Am I chopped liver? No, Cool Vic's going to cover it. Out of all the people he listed, well, Emmett did cover it, but out of all those people he listed, I'm probably going to be the most likely to cover it, which I am doing right now.
Let's see. And I'm going to run through this real fast, and then
Dusty gonna get sued? Yeah.
Actually, here, I'll open the panel up.
You just got served, Dusty. I thought you really liked me. You told me that I was different, Dusty. You told me you would never hurt me like that. You said that I was different. When I sent you those lewds, you said that I was different, that I was special, and I was beautiful.
Dusty, you have your same
It's
bond on
gonna
you.
be
I don't want you
interesting
here,
to
honestly.
see how
We're just
y'all's
gonna finish
haters
right now.
split.
But if you want to,
Y'all have
we'll see.
equal haters that intertwine.
if you want to join, there you go. Except for Dusty, since he's going to pull that card on me.
Imagine how she
you hop
would treat
backstage.
angry men in the future.
Yeah, it is a good format, Clay. I do like it because it gives us the serious piece of it, like the real questions. It gives us the ability to because I noticed people weren't able to ask questions, because
She's totally strawmanning here. The format was not ever the issue.
they were like one person would come on and then just
Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna sell I wonder if she's gonna drop a new lewd picture on her website, and to tribute to Dusty. Maybe what does Dusty usually have? A backwards hat or something? I don't know. Too bad he doesn't have a jacket or something. But I wonder if she's gonna drop one on her merch store. Dedication to Dusty, huh? What kind of new lewd is she gonna drop? Maybe something with the abs or something.
completely Mike Hogg, the back and forth. And, I started realizing, well, why, like, I want everybody to be able to have their chance. Like, what's the point in joining the panel if you don't get to have an opportunity to talk, right? So we switch formats.
Oh, she can see what she did. She's just strawmanning and trying to cover.
And I didn't want, there's a way to maneuver.
Well, yeah, that's what I figured, Andrew. I'm not going to cover it. I have better things to do with my time. I'll cover it after I win this suit. Nice. And that's going to be good. That's going to be a good watch.
Your guests, and I won't give away all of the
magic behind it, but there's a way.
The magic. There's a way to maneuver your guests, bitch. This is your failure of maneuvering. This is a pure breakdown in guest maneuvering.
To maneuver your guest of the evening throughout the evening to get them comfortable.
Somebody
with,
please give Sarah white tissue.
in this, we're not scaring them off too quickly. We're not coming at them in a like full attack mode. And then you're actually getting more bang for your buck for having a guest on. Let's see, here's Gibbs doing his.
I forgot about that, Rob. Dusty and Sarah's crew constantly asked what would happen when Andrew and I turned on each other. Yeah, they did. What everyone's gonna see, they're gonna end up turning on each other, and we're gonna be like, "See, told you so. See, we told you guys." Sarah's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be standing here watching as you guys blow up." But Rob says, "I told them the question they ought to be asking is what happens when they turn on each other." Yeah, exactly.
This thing. And look, if the guest is disrespectful, like it is, it is what it is. I'm trying to maneuver through, like, if you get your feelings hurt because somebody told you to shut up, I've never expected anybody to get their feelings hurt for being told to shut up. I just think that most people
don't ever tell me to shut up.
And then you're a butt, like just you can.
She's just strawmanning. She's acting like I'm mad about the wrong fucking thing.
What Dusty could have done today? Well, here's what could have happened. After this moment happened, you could have just.
She's straight up lying to the audience and trying to salvage and act like what had happened didn't happen. I'm interested to see if she actually plays the whole clip through.
Hung backstage, hang tight, almost open floor. We had Ant, and then I think I don't know what it was, but it moved pretty fast, and then I would have brought him back up. There were other people waiting backstage, and I didn't even bring them up because I planned on giving Dusty his seat back. But then he threw a temper tantrum in the back. He threw a temper tantrum in the what do you call it, the chat. All he had to do was wait a couple minutes and I would let him loose.
Temper tantrum.
I've always let you guys let loose, right? But this, I already said it at the very beginning. Serious inquiries only. Keep your insults to yourself. This is not the time to scare away the guest because you're upset because he told you to shut up. And if somebody telling you to shut up hurts your feelings, then I think you need to put on some bigger.
I love the comments that people are posting up in Dusty's chat. This guy right here, she acts like she's producing a Hollywood movie. Bish got less viewers than ever. Yeah, no lie there. No lie there.
Balls there.
Make something protected, right?
That was not in my argument at all.
I don't have to put on my balls, ma'am, unlike you.
Let me go.
Exactly. No, it's not even the fact that he told you to shut up. It's that he was disrespectful.
It makes so much sense. She had the same energy when Jake Var called her out of her name. She had the same energy.
Well, no. He's really trying to keep
usually like.
Did she get back to 20K? No, she hasn't. She's been stuck at like 14.7K for like the last, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 months. She's been at 14.7K. So yeah, no. It's gonna take her a long time before she's gonna be able to have another 20K party. It's gonna take a long time.
On guys real quick. There's only a couple guys that she's ever let walk over her like that. It's
yeah, but I'm a bitch, Sarah.
And they did fine up front. Like they were doing fine with their conversation. Tom just kind of lost his cool for a second in terms of like I don't know, like.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Ran a mile for $2. Did some good shit. Thank you very much. Andrew says, Rob and I have been working together for many, many years. It's always hilarious. People think they will divide my friends and wife. That's why Sarah named Rob and Rachel in her lawsuit. It's to divide. Yep, exactly. 100%.
I'm not going to say it, but you guys can say it. Whatever.
This is why it's such a foreign concept to Dusty. Like when Andrew stood up for Rob, Dusty was like, "What? Are they gay for each other? Are you guys gay for each other? I can't imagine." He actually said this on his stream. He's like, "I can't imagine like having my other friends back like that and standing up and fighting on behalf of my friend like that. I can't imagine that. That's gay." And it's like, oh, well, there you go. This proves it. Like that Dusty has no strong loyalties to anybody. Dusty is just all about Dusty, and that's it. He doesn't know the concept of having someone's back or helping out a friend. He has no concept. That's why it's foreign to him. That's why he sees Andrew sticking up for Rob, and he's like, well, that's gay. They must be gay for each other, because he can't. The only way you stick up for someone is because you want to sleep with them. That's why he stuck up for Sarah, because he wants to sleep with Sarah. Other than that, he's like, I don't get it. Why would you stand up for a friend like that? I don't see it, but whatever. You do you.
That's fine. But like, if you let somebody like that trigger you, then it is a you problem, not a me problem.
The fact where people is irrelevant.
Sounds like you problem.
Moral convergence, moral progress, moral dilemmas, moral intuitions. The fact that morality and changes in morality over time are going in the same direction.
Yo, this woman just killed me, bro.
Do we both? Oh yeah, I've got it 1.5 times speed. Hold on.
Calvin, you didn't actually get Dusty's seat. He had actually left the backstage, and so then I brought you up after we went into full open mode. You were next in line.
Because he's done with you, dumbass.
There, but you didn't actually take his seat. He left. So there's a difference.
So regardless of their starts and origins, if it was just evolutionary, we wouldn't expect that. So the fact that there's convergence among species, among independent nations, among independent peoples, and it's all going in the same direction, and there's an abundance of evidence of this, is evidence against the idea that morality.
Facts, Katie. Facts.
There's no, it's not. There's lots and lots of people think that Tom Hanks is a good actor, right?
If we go
metric that we're
in one direction, our theory is the principle is moral
patterns is what determines if something's moral.
Basis of morality.
Fast forwarding, Sarah.
I was.
Let's take the.
Let's take. Oh yeah. So she was because I'm fast forwarding and she started fast forwarding. He's like, "Why are you fast forwarding, Sarah?" Well, it's because it's boring as hell. This conversation was fucking boring. Like, no wonder no one's watching Sarah's channel anymore. No wonder she's struggling so much. This is fucking boring.
Islam, which is a growing religion.
She can't even stand to watch her own content. Even she's like, I can't watch my own shit. I gotta fast forward.
Let me fast forward and see
whatever
if
has happened in reality.
Why are you fast forwarding, Sarah?
I was about to ask the same thing, Flo.
This is relevant because this is where he starts getting pissed off because I'm putting him in a corner.
Indicative of truth, whatever I like it.
That's what dumbasses
I don't
do.
think it is. That's
I'm glad you woke up.
There's no evidence of that. It's just a bad example.
They were having a good conversation all up front, right? I thought everything was going fine.
But if it was, then I guess, yeah, we'd have to.
I mean, how is that a bad example? It's a trend.
It's not a
trend.
It's
a growing trend of humans behaving in a certain way.
It's not a growing trend, and it's not.
Even Sarah's getting tired. Even Sarah doesn't find her own content interesting. Rob says, complete aside, but I find Dusty's cheerleading fan club, his cheerleading fan club he has on stream to be absolutely hilarious. Like the world's most pathetic entourage hyping up the least interesting person in the world. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, look, Sarah's like yawning right here. Like she's like,
cultures. So the point of more progress
even she gets bored by her own freaking content. She's like, ugh. This is so boring. I can't even stand to watch my shit. I gotta fast forward. Upsetty Spaghetti, thank you very much for the $5. Listening to Sarah lecture someone is laughable. Yeah.
Every culture everywhere in the world, not just one culture. Is inbreeding happening or growing in every culture everywhere in the world?
So it's still.
That was the question. Is it happening everywhere with every culture in every species everywhere in the world? Is it?
No.
No.
Give me an example.
Wait, stop. So would that be evidence of an objective?
This is where Dusty's like,
factor that is affecting all humans?
No, but I don't think that that's a good measure for objective morality, regardless, because it's subjective to individuals doing it, or it's incredibly rare. Like, give me an example. Give me an example.
If it
give me an
happens
example.
Every culture everywhere in the world, would it?
Okay.
Exist doesn't mean that it's the less people.
He's just saying words. He's trying to. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to ground him in reality. I'm trying to say let's apply your philosophy to reality, and he's trying to say no. Let's do philosophy.
He's giving philosophical answers to everything.
But you definitely can't say it's universal. It's not throughout all cultures.
It's universal.
So I walked away. They were doing fine. I didn't feel like anything was
another
going
party
wrong.
break.
And it's usually when I try to find a safe spot to step away. And I know Ben's here and can, handle that if he needs to. But I stepped away for a second.
You can Google it.
They were doing fine.
I stepped away and Ben's here. So what? Is this Ben's fault? This is Ben's fault that shit went down? See, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm taking bets on how long it takes her to burn the bridge with the Aldersons, just like she does everybody else. She can't even help herself. She's sitting here implying that this is Ben's fault.
And it's usually when I try to find a safe spot to step away. And I know Ben's here and can, handle that if he needs to. But I stepped away for a second.
You can Google it.
They were doing fine.
There's cannibalistic tribes still out there.
Again, so
thank you very much, Robert Whaley, for the $5 goal. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you very much. 2 super chat goals met. Very much appreciated.
It's raining money. You hear that rhythm? Woo! Ha, that's what I'm talking.
It's so dumb. Thank you very much, everybody. You guys are real ones. Appreciate you all.
There are times when the weather is hot. Does that mean that global warming is false? No.
According to your standards, yes.
No.
Sky Surfer, I'm just getting here. Did Sarah do something stupid again? Yes, there's a falling out between Sarah and the powdered Dusty. Her most loyal white knight has finally turned on the queen of the Panelverse. And so we're all here for it.
This is basic
all cultures.
No.
All cultures is what you said.
So there's a difference between a particular data point and a trend of data points. These are not the same thing. The fact that one person does a crime does not mean the trend of crimes is not
We're
going
not talking
down.
about a person. We're
That's
talking
what
about
you're
an
doing.
individual.
That's
We're
what
talking
you're
about
doing.
individual cultures.
Stop talking.
We're talking
So
about
you are
individual.
stop talking. You're confusing.
I turn to talk as well.
Right there.
Hold on.
Right there.
Hold on. Let Tom respond, please. Now, see, I just got back, right? I don't know who was going at who, but by default, I just hand it to the guest, right? I don't know what happened in this moment. It's like, okay, whatever is happening, just stop for a second. All right, I hand it back to Tom. It's just by default. Like I don't care who was talking.
Now,
I don't care what the argument
right
is.
before she got back, whenever he started saying that shit right there to you, a lot of times whenever she steps away, if I'm up there, she'll leave me to watch over everybody because what it says.
I'm different. Has been before, but she's good. Oh, I'm better than $50. Give it a super.
What does that say? What does it say right here? What is that super chat?
And she was right there to hear that, so she heard that.
Hold on. Let Tom respond, please. Now, see, I just got back, right? I don't know who was going at who, but by default, I just hand it to the guest, right? I don't know what happened in this moment. It's like, okay, what?
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. She cammed up the minute he told me to shut my mouth. Her headphones were already on, and she goes right into action. Lying.
Whatever is happening.
Looks like the emperor has no clothes.
It's hilarious. Dusty is so stupid he doesn't understand the many worlds argument, and Sarah wouldn't be intelligent enough to know he doesn't to moderate layers of stupidity. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I hand it back to Tom. It's just by default. Like I don't care who was talking. I don't care what the argument is in that moment. Let's just reset. Let Tom go. Right, and we'll go from there. And you can go.
If I say that, stop talking. If I say that the
stop talking,
and
I love
Flo
that.
can't help himself. Tom's dancing.
Because Tom has to get the last word. If Tom didn't have to say stop talking, if you would have just kept talking instead of trying to put that dominance position in there, then it would have been done. But Tom had to T-Jump had to play the domination game. Sarah had to let him play it. And now she's wondering why people are mad at her. It's not her fault. It's Ben's fault. It's my fault. It's anybody but Sarah's fault. Show us your gut, Sarah.
Dancing. Tom's dancing.
Dusty's argument right there sounds awfully familiar. Again, it sounds like what we've been saying the last few months. Yeah. No, Sarah blames everybody but herself. You don't say, Dusty. Color me shocked. Thank you very much, Gavin Free, for the $5. A part of me tends to think this could be an orchestrated attempt to generate attention again, but then I remember, no, wait, there was started. Yeah, no, I agree, because I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if this is a plan to like get attention to them, because they've been kind of quiet the last few weeks. But he took some personal attacks. He said the 2 baby mama things. He was like, oh yeah, I could blow this lawsuit out of the water. And then he accused her of photoshopping that picture. Yeah, a lot of personal stuff got brought up for this to be orchestrated, unless they're just doing a really good job of orchestrating shit. But thank you very much, Gavin.
Exactly. Stop putting the blame on people but yourself.
We give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. That was the first one, right? He does this several more times, correct?
Yes.
And nothing gets said to him, just to everybody else.
Flo
or you.
Flo would have a shit fit.
If T-Jump talked to me the way that he talked to you, I would absolutely have a shit fit. Yes.
Okay. Flo would be all mad. He would have a shit fit. he'd be like, it's my turn to talk, right? They said it's my turn to talk. And you know, like, it is what it is, whatever. But I said, I handed the reins over to Tom to talk. So just respect it. But instead, he keeps going.
Stop talking.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna
Flo.
mute you
Just
on
hold
my
on.
end so no one can hear you. Shut up.
Go ahead and tap dance.
Can you mute him for me?
There he is again. I was quiet, and then he's got a space to talk, but instead he goes, "Shut up."
Yes, that was
Go ahead
too
and tap dance.
bad.
Like,
I
I've
would have
already
challenged
said
him to a
stop.
boxing match if I
I've
were you.
already
Yeah. And then T Jump goes, can you kick him out of here, please, Sarah? Sarah's like, yes, right away, T Jump. Yes, of course.
said, like, just stop. Hold on. You know, like, sometimes you
But Sarah, nobody respects you. That's the crux of this. That was the title of this stream. That was the title of the stream before I changed it to Squish. It was why nobody respects the Raging Tomato.
you got to know how to move the content, right?
Exactly. Now
your
you
ego
know.
gets in the way, your pride gets in the way. You know, whatever. Don't tell me to stop, right? We all know that's how Flo is. If you tell him,
Yeah, she just always chooses the wrong people. Like she just always she just does the wrong thing. Yeah, she's so bad at maintaining a positive public perception. Yeah. Yeah, which is funny because she fancied herself as like a people person. When I used to work at the bar, when I was a bartender, I had to talk to people every single day. So I'm really good at figuring people out, knowing how to settle people down and figure people out and know what they're all about. You know, for someone who fancies herself as such a people person, she sure fucks up with people a lot, doesn't she? She sure has a hard time of maintaining relationships, right? Andrew says, riddle me this, Batman. Why would a large creator who is successful ever want to work with Sarah after knowing she will sue them if they don't want to anymore? Can somebody explain the logic? Yeah, I can't. There is no logic there at all.
to do something, he typically wants to do the opposite. That's fine, whatever. But if you're gonna keep interrupting after I've already told you to stop, that tells me, okay, well, if you're not gonna listen when I say stop, then you're not gonna listen to anybody. So it doesn't matter. At this point, you've already done it, right? You've already shit all over the process. So now you lose your special treatment. You lose your special treatment. You lose.
Oh, Dusty has special treatment. So she acknowledges her bias, huh? She acknowledges her bias. Remember, she's like, no, I'm not biased. I'm a good moderator. I'm not biased. Now we all knew she was biased toward Dusty. It's not exactly a well-kept secret, but it's nice to have that acknowledgement. By the way, thank you very much, Kokomo, for being a member for 4 months. Have a blessed Easter, Vic. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem, Kokomo. Have a blessed Easter yourself.
Your ability to be a regular here in terms of I let things slide or whatever, or we try to work through stuff, whatever. You lose that.
I never had special treatment that night, and I've given away my going there ability. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I told you to stop.
And I don't respect you, Sarah. So I did.
Boom. Damn. I don't respect you, Sarah. See, I only pretended to respect you because I wanted you to send me those lewds, okay? Listen, I'm a sneaky fucker, so I only pretended to white knight for you. You know, I was being sneaky. I was trying to get in there like swimwear. But since you want to shut me down, tell me to shut up and disrespect me on the stream, I could just be flat out honest and say, I don't respect you, Sarah. I was just using you.
Neither do I.
At that point,
I just told you were a special girl, one of a kind, because I was just trying to get in that. That's all.
Just for purposes of.
And neither does T Jump. Like I said before, probably the only thing he and I agree on in life is that we don't respect Sarah.
Understanding I've got a show to run. There's a method to the madness. You know I know what I'm doing, and instead you keep fucking going.
Playing the victim, Flo, like I always keep saying. She's playing the fucking
I
victim.
know what I'm doing. We know that you don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
Andrew says, riddle me this, Batman. Who had a channel which is in decline and will go online to sell her behind? Oh, that's good. That rhymes. That was good.
There it is. And he said it in the chat later. I don't respect you, Sarah. I don't respect Sarah. So
imagine Arctic Timberwolf over there. I blocked him last stream.
Oh, you already said it. It is what it is. So you're doing this. in this moment, you're doing this for your benefit, not mine.
Yep.
Right? You don't give a fuck about me. You don't respect me. You don't care whether my show does well or not. You
Basically.
shit all over me in this moment. You shit all over
Where
me.
is that fucking laugh coming from? Where the fuck? This person down aging Scamato? Dang, that freaking cackle. Anyway, thank you very much, Postal Joe, for being a member for 5 months. Dusty should sneak on her panel again by disguising himself with the Newsies hat and dye his beard red. Yeah, I know, right? Sarah. Thank you very much, Postal Joe. And thank you very much, Rob, the great Rob Noor, for $9.99. Sarah just didn't know if you attack one, they will all come after you. She didn't understand the power of the Panelverse. Yes, well said. That is very true, Rob. Even she didn't understand the power of the Panelverse. When someone is going in there and fucking up with everyone's panels, fucking with the hosts and stuff, well, all of the people of the Panelverse, they band together to take that person out. And Sarah just never thought that the hyenas would come after her. Thank you very much, Rob, for the donation.
I guessed when no one can understand at the very beginning, I said serious inquiries only. Keep the insults for the open floor. That means
okay, but that was a double standard that you didn't apply to T-Jump, only to me.
just work with what we're doing right now. Okay.
Somebody
Walk
give
through
Sarah
it.
white tissue, please.
Have the
She really needs
conversation.
it.
If you're getting worked up, whatever, then just hold it. This is exactly why spit.
This is like at the end of like Lion King. Remember when the hyenas like turned on Scar and started like eating him alive? It's kind of like the same thing here.
Yields his time on this moment. He's done this 2 or 3 times now. He's like,
Cry
I'll
me a
yield.
fucking river more,
So
bitch.
what? Was I supposed to hold on? This was my time. Was I supposed to yield my time? I'm just supposed to. This is like a cop thing. Like you didn't stop her. You didn't fall down fast enough. My bad. Next time I'll just take my shirt off so that T-Jump, your special guest, can walk over it. Fuck this dumb bitch. Go ahead, Judy.
I was gonna say, I thought
Man, he was hurt. He was like, I've been your loyal white knight for the last few months, fighting all your battles for you, sticking up for you when your dad said no. I was the one, the powder dusty, your most loyal white knight. And how thou art forsaken me, Sarah, my queen. How dare you for this peasant T-Jump?
since y'all were having such direct dialogue with just the two of y'all and everybody else was standing back, that she would have 1v1'd y'all, to let y'all just hash it. But
nah,
Where you can pass me because
It's not
I
worth it.
said it in the
Yeah, maybe Dusty's the one that's like, I thought I was special, Sarah. Or did you send your lewds to everybody? I thought I was the only one. But you did what? I bet you sent them out to more people, didn't you? Didn't you, Sarah?
fucking beginning. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay.
Because if you don't mute them, bye-bye.
Dusty,
your mouth shut.
this is the
Right.
controlled portion. Open
Yeah.
floor.
Mute
you
him,
do
mute
that.
him, mute him.
This is me trying to explain to him. Now, Tom should have shut his mouth here, right? I'm trying to handle my
Why didn't you
panelists.
tell him
Tom is
to?
not helping. I don't
Well, why didn't you tell him to shut his mouth, Sarah? That would have been the perfect time to say, hey, Tom, why don't you shut your mouth and maybe mute Tom? But then, he would have thrown a big fit and he would have left and you would have been like, no, but he was supposed to be one of my new stars.
give a fuck what Tom is saying. All right.
That's why nobody respects you, because Tom is the one. I'm being insubordinate, but he's being usurping. He's usurping. So you should care what Tom's doing.
Right. I don't care what he's saying to me. I'm trying to talk to Dusty, and Dusty's not listening. Okay.
No, because
whatever
you don't know
Tom
how to
is saying
listen.
is just whatever. Okay. But in this moment, I'm trying to talk to Dusty, not only as a panelist, but as a friend, and trying to tell him just stop.
As a fucking friend. This is the same shit she did when she was crying because Michelle burned out on her. As a friend. As a friend.
Ashley, let's not forget about Ashley and
Ashley,
all
right,
the
right.
others.
Par for the course. Everybody else's fault, never hers.
Just stop.
Yeah.
And I expect as a friend, at the very least, you'll be like, all right, look.
At the very least, as a friend, you'll shut the fuck up and let this dude shit talk you. Okay, friend.
I'll stop for now. We'll talk about this later. If he had a problem with
I
it, we
guess
can
she
talk about
took
it later.
Andrew Wilson's
But in that
advice
moment,
when he told her to
I
shut the
did
fuck
have
up.
a problem with it. I did talk about it. I talked about it backstage, and then I said I'm out.
out of fucking respect, in the moment, I'm
Why does she keep using that fucking word?
trying to handle this. No, shit all over me. You throw a big
It's because, Dusty, it's a little thing called respect.
fit. You go
Snow
in the
bunnies,
chat,
bro.
and I don't respect you, and then you're making fun of the Tom Jump grifting it later for that $100 or whatever. It's like, well, Dusty would do it too. Dusty,
No,
you'd
I
beat the shit
wouldn't.
out of him.
I've never done that. I've never been like, actually, Sarah. No, what you said, in fact, if your audience pays me my $100, then I'll do what you just said wouldn't happen. Never fucking done that.
Of that moment too.
She just fucking lying at this point.
And I don't
She's
care.
just lying. She's lying. She's straw manning. She's pivoting.
The more the merrier.
She's doing anything but being like, oh yeah, I'm a
Being
bitch.
held accountable.
One
Yeah,
thing that I tell all of my guests who come on is,
but I'm a bitch though.
Get support from your own channel. I even grifted too. If I go on somebody else's channel, I'll grift. If you want me out of here, here's the goal. Hit the goal and whatever. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. He just had a bad moment with the guest. Okay.
No, I had a bad moment with the host.
Ooh.
He didn't like being told to shut up. Okay, fine. But that is not a me problem. That is a you problem. I'm asking you to stop.
Now,
well, I mean, that's true. You didn't like that T-Jump was telling you to shut up. And then you got mad at Sarah because instead of taking your side, which you expected because you were her top general, her most loyal of white knights, she took T-Jump's side, which again, you should have saw. Both of these people should have saw this coming. Dusty should have seen that Sarah would have taken one of her attempted new star guests on her panel, the lefty star panelist's side. And Sarah should have saw that Dusty would have acted like a big baby if he gets told to shut up.
Now it's a you problem. This is a you problem, Sarah.
I'm asking you to hold on.
And I'm telling you no.
Keep going.
And I'm telling you no, Sarah.
And the fact that you've done it to me now, you said it to me now. I kept trying to mute his fucking thing because he wouldn't stop at this point, and he's just making it worse and worse and worse. It's just stop.
No.
Like a fucking child.
No. Everybody who watched that knew that this was going to be an issue. You had 24 hours to try to contact me and explain why things were not the way that everybody knew they were. Look at Tutty Bug's face. He knew it. Chuck was asleep. Fucking everybody knew that this was going to happen. One of the first comments in the chat was "Namaste the fuck away." She goes, "I saw that happen last night. I knew it wasn't gonna go over well."
That's
Everybody
when I
knew it.
stopped watching it. Was never that TJ started acting like that with you and her, and I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. So I just closed it off.
Everybody on earth, including Sarah. You know what we're gonna do after this? We're gonna watch something. Sarah knew that this wasn't gonna play well. That's why last night, after she ended her stream, she was running around to other people's panels that she'd never been to before, trying to damage control in advance. Instead of contacting me, she's running around to my audience's channels.
Oh shit! The plot thickens. I didn't know that. Yes. Yes. Oh, mercy. Thank you very much, Bree, for the Canadian $5. Doesn't Dusty have the jacket? Remember him seeing wearing it on the stream? Yeah, I remember. It was like a sisterhood of the traveling jacket that they had going on. Dusty, wore it for a stream. The infamous jacket that Sarah wore in her lewds. Rob says, I think Sarah seems nervous. My guess is she has told Dusty some scandalous stuff and is worried if they go to war, he will divulge it. Yeah, no, that's what Dusty has said. Dusty said he would blow it all up, which again, she's an idiot. She's a dumbass for trusting Dusty. What kind of moron does that? Oh, yeah, listen, I've seen Dusty backstab and go down personal histories of people before and use personal information against other people. But he would never do that to me. He's my top general. He told me I was special. He would never do that to me. He said we were friends. So, yeah, I think she is nervous. I think she's completely nervous. Thank you very much, Flavius, for the 10. Sir, a second schizo clown has fled Panelstein. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, Flavius. But yeah, I actually didn't know. So if they cover some of these panels, ooh, that should be good. Especially, I heard that she was on Emmett's stream. If I heard correctly, I heard Emmett say something that Sara went on someone's stream and was getting sexual on there or something. So I don't know if Dusty's going to talk about that or not.
Trying to get damage control in front of this.
Like a little
Like
bitch.
a fucking child.
For me, you him for me.
That's-
Or I'm gonna run.
Just
Or
hold
I'm gonna
on
run.
and let him respond, please.
He's being a bitch. Go ahead, bitch.
That's fine. Think that Dusty.
Last
Thank
warning.
you.
Kick him off the
See, I'm not even
Last-
talking to Tom here. I'm
Last warning.
Last warning. Vic, was it your fault Andrew's late for his invasion stream? I don't think so. Before I went on stream, I got a notification saying he was going on at 8 my time. So that's West Coast time. So no, I don't think he's late.
Is that for the Spurgeon chat?
What'd you say, Snow?
I said I'm brokenhearted. I can't believe this is happening right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, better believe it now, because it is happening.
Act like a dumb bitch. Get treated like a dumb bitch. I mean, I think that everybody, you've known me longer than she has. You know me well enough to know that this isn't going to fly. Like everybody knows that this interaction is not going to sit well. I gave her the benefit of 24 hours of like, here, you got a silent period. Do with it what you will. I wanted to go live last night. I was even madder last night, but I did the thing. I did the responsible thing. I was like, I'm going to sleep on it a while.
over here talking to Dusty, but he's doing his thing, and he's just being a butthead.
Daedra, I'm not staying because I'm not interested in playing this game. All right. So if I say that the trend of
Like that's, I mean, that right there, like doing this thing, like that's, you're expecting this guy to take you seriously and have the conversation with you.
I don't take him seriously. Yes, he's mad because he's getting backed into a corner. I got him on his own.
Oh yeah, you guys are right. It is 6:15 my time.
Fuck, this is his fucking topic. He thinks he's smart in it, and I came up here having not listened to the conversation, and I got him in a corner, and he's mad about it.
But you're acting like a butthead. Okay, like
Oh,
what do you
butthead?
expect from me at this point?
What are you,
If
6 years
you're
old?
poking at my guest. You're treating him like this. You.
And this is exactly my problem. I'm poking at her guest. Like she's sending me text messages going, hurry up, get here. He's the special guest. Why the fuck would I go somewhere where I'm expected to let people walk all over me and shit talk me to my face while I say nothing? Why the fuck would anybody do that, Sarah? Why would any panelist go subject themselves to that?
Oh, why would
You
any
won't
panelist? Why would any panelist subject themselves to that, Dusty? Oh, but what were you saying when Rob was complaining about that stuff? What did you say about Rob? He was acting like a big baby. He was being a little bitch about everything. Oh, but when it happens to Dusty, what person is going to subject themselves to that? What person in their right mind is going to do that, huh? You have to be an idiot to do that.
Stop when I ask you. I'm the host, and you won't stop when I ask you. So what?
But it's not your show. It's T-Jump's show.
What does Tom expect?
The
in
raging
that moment?
T-Jump.
What does Tom expect? You're just sitting here. You said earlier, oh well, Sarah has no control over her panels, and you look at what you're doing.
I've yet to understand
So then
what's
I
so
take
special
control.
about him.
Fuck if I know
called a
either.
special guest.
Yeah, no, it never made sense.
I've never even
Of
heard
that
of him, so-
moment, and I put you backstage to let things like dissolve, just remove you from the stage. And I
She's
even
trying to
said
be loud to
backstage,
get
just
more
hang
viewers.
tight, get you back up here and
Just hang tight. Let him shit talk you. Let him call you dumb. No, the answer is a straight, solid no. Never, not ever.
minute, whatever. Just hold on. Just let
him shit talk you. Just let him shit down your throat like he did mine. No, Sarah, never. Not for you, not for God, not for anybody. And she should know goddamn well that will never happen.
Just when does Dusty believe in
Even
God?
God is disappointed in
So
her.
here I am taking control of my panel, but you don't like the fact that you were tucked away because you are out of control.
Well,
No,
yeah.
T-Jump is out of control. He runs your panel.
Yeah, see, two people who don't know how to take responsibility going at it, huh? Yeah, because to Dusty, it's everybody else's fault but Dusty. But with Sarah, it's everybody else's fault but Sarah. Thank you once again to Rob Knorr for the $9.99. This was all just e-drama, but Sarah had to get litigious. When the lull suit is done, I'll discuss it. But thanks for covering it, Vic. I'll be listening in the background. Meanwhile, happy Easter, everybody. Thank you very much, Rob. Happy Easter for you too. Hope you're having a great and blessed weekend. Thank you very much, Rob.
Murders is going down, and you say, "Oh, but somebody was murdered in Chicago." That does not prove that there are less
Heel
murders
boy.
overall.
This is exactly heel boy. Fuck no, bitch.
The fact that you don't understand
Be
the
accountable,
statistics means
Sarah.
you're just dumb. So if I say the trend of slavery is going down, you listing a case of slavery is not a counterexample.
All I heard
Next
was you
person,
crying, bitch.
get him off the
I want to get him. Hold on. I want to see this recap when he tells him get him off the stage.
stage. I'm done talking to him.
That right
Dusty,
there.
stop. We'll
That
move on.
right
Hold on,
there.
Dusty. We'll move on.
Yeah, he
to
didn't like
Cam.
my
Yeah, all of a sudden, remember Sarah's like, I don't do ultimatums, bucko, to Rob. I don't do ultimatums. This is my panel. I'm a girl boss. And I don't do well with the ultimatums, Rob. But when T-Jump comes in with the ultimatums, all of a sudden it's like, yes, T-Jump, yes. Right away, T-Jump. Dusty, you got to get out of here. You got to sit in the corner for a bit, all right? You got to calm down.
We'll move on to Ant. We'll move on to
No,
Ant.
you mentioned people I don't want to talk to.
And okay, and let me do
orders
this,
at the
and this should be like the last little piece here. But when I have guests come on who are not from our community and I don't know who they are, I'm not familiar with them, right?
Then they get this shit all over everybody. Is that what the deal is?
I don't know if they have problems
Yeah,
with
pretty
people.
much.
I always ask, is there anybody out there who is harassing you, who stalks you, who has causes you a lot of problems? People I wouldn't know who they are, right? If you have anybody on your list that you're like, if that person comes up, just don't let them on. And there's been a few people that'll give me like one name usually, and I write it down. I'm like, all right, if I see them pop up backstage, I won't let them up, and I'll let them know to come back another time. That's just out of respect, right? Now, I think Tom misinterpreted what I said, and he's over here trying to say, well, you said if I don't like it, and no.
Then you need to explain to your confused guest.
That wouldn't have been.
Not just assume that first of all, I would never agree to that. If you said, hey, this guest thinks that he gets to run shit, so if he starts shitting on you, just shut up and let him shit on you. First of all, that would have been a hell no, but that wasn't even explained. There was no communication here. So if Tom is confused, you need to fix Tom's confusion, not expect all of us to just be confused with Tom while he shits on everybody.
And you have to do it in that moment. You can't let it slide. You have to nip it right.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I want to skip ahead. I want to see where he starts covering Sarah going on these other panels, trying to save face. Is this it? That's aging. Oh, no, this is the Dusty panel. Did he cover it? I hope he did. This is just back to the fucking... Wait, what's this text messaging? Oh, that's something else. What the hell? Hold on, let me go back a little bit. Look at Sarah with these glasses. Why does Sarah have these glasses on? These grandma freaking glasses. Is she trying to go along with the freaking aging potato joke? Is this a gag? Look at these glasses. I wonder if they comment on that. Look at these glasses she's wearing. They even have the little the things so to make them to prevent them from falling off. Why is she wearing those? Does she think those look good? Upsetty Spaghetti, thank you very much for the 5. One more for the road. I always have fun watching your streams. Well, thank you very much, Upsetty Spaghetti. Very much appreciated. Yeah, grandma needs her readers. Yeah. Look at those glasses. That's fucking wild. Hag maxing, yeah.
We don't want to.
Oh, goody, goody. Trippy's on there now.
To come back. Not if they're going to sit here and demand that I be muted and shit talked. Why the fuck would I want to talk to them?
Exactly.
I'll
I
even
understand.
say, I'll even say the Manosphere panel that we did recently. I was really embarrassed at how people were acting with my guests, and I think Ben, I think I told you that too. I think I kind of exemplified that I.
Well, then maybe you need to change your venue. You're like, how should she just sit here scolding everybody, all her regulars? I was embarrassed. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Felt really stupid that, Ben went out of his way to get somebody here and use a connection for us, and you guys act like total dickheads.
You see what?
And you guys act like total dickheads. You need to respect. I am Granny Tomato, the aging potato. Holy shit. How much is that? How much is, what is ISK? Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. 3,000 ISK. Yes, the prophecy had foretold about an event like this. Exactly. Thank you very much. And also, thank you very much, Perry Incorporated, for the 20. Yo, Vic, been trying to catch you live, but I work second shift and miss everyone related to the Crucible all the time. Want to say I've been enjoying your coverage of Bryce Shap. And who's surprised that these people fall apart? Yeah, I know, right? Thank you very much, Perry, for the 20. Very much appreciated. She aged 10 years with those glasses. Yeah, that's why I'm like, does she really wear those glasses? Or is this a gag? Like, does she know we call her the aging potato? And so she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to put these glasses on. See, look, I look like a grandma. Like, is she playing up to the joke? Or does she think, like, those make her look good? They make her look like a grandma.
I mean, she's very ungrateful, bro. Very ungrateful.
She's off her shit. Where's
Icelandic
Snafu? I
money?
need to know
Oh,
when
okay.
he's talking about.
No,
Well, thank you very much for the 3,000 Icelandic dollary dues.
and and I'm not saying I'm mad.
Did you hear Trippy Cast? He goes, it's all your fault.
But I'm more like, if this is what I have to offer to guests, is a bunch of people just acting like shittards on a panel and getting,
God, again, she's talking about her audience and her panelists. She's crashing out.
Cormaxter definitely was like, that was probably my mistake. I should have just kept
I'm
him
about
out.
to say, most time people do good here. When I stick my head in, it's not usually.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
Oh, you can tell it's the question in everybody's mind. And before I even started the stream, I had Namaste way down in chat saying, I saw that happen last night. I knew it wasn't going to set well. Everybody knows this about me. You all know it about me.
Super chat.
Scolding her regulars? How about helping send trolls to mess with the only people who made her money? Yeah, but Dusty cheered that on because he thought it would help them both. How'd that work out? Yeah, exactly. By the way, Rob, like, I rewatched that stream where they sent the trolls over there to your panel. Like, yeah, completely lying when she says, like, oh, I was just laughing. And people want to attack me. No, it was her idea for people to go over there. After the first person went to your stream, they were chit-chatting for a little bit, and all of a sudden then she was like, I think we should you should go over there and ask her why Rob was so mean. Ask Rob why he was so mean to Trippy. I think you should go over there. And Dusty was like, huh, what? And so, yeah, even in this lawsuit where, and Dusty was trying to explain it like, oh, Rob and Andrew were implying that she was the mastermind. That didn't happen. Well, no, she was the mastermind. It's right there on camera. I can't wait for Andrew just to dismiss this lawsuit.
The reason that she's ignoring,
and then countersue for 50 years,
ignoring it selfishly. Like, I don't believe she's this stupid unless it's intentional or it's like she's actually glitching the fuck out, which she could be.
You slept on this 24 hours, right?
Yes, I did. Real quick, I'll come back to that. Shintai, $20 says, last from me tonight. Someone else needs to take over. Thank you, Shintai. You have definitely done your fair share, and I do appreciate it. I'm not going to make you watch Marte dance again, but I will drop some bombs.
When you hear the sirens.
Good till 3:10. Real quick, Chuck said you slept on this 24 hours. Yes, one of the first things I said at the beginning of the stream.
I can't believe she wears those glasses on stream. Like, on stream, like, they make her look like a fucking grandma. I can't get over it.
A habit I learned from when I was a banker is that when I got pissed off,
when I was a banker, Rob says she absolutely not only told them to come troll me, but also told them things to say. Now I'm being sued in part for defaming her for calling it out. Can't wait to show it in court. Yeah, hell yeah, Rob.
I'd type out an email and then I'd wait to send it until the next day. And normally I came back and edited it out, a little bit, and I'd send it, but it'd be a watered down version. That's actually exactly what this is. I almost went live last night, and if I had, then I would have like lit the world on fire. Probably would have done some of the things she's.
Rob says it's almost like her lies about me saying I lied, saying she helped direct trolls to me, have defamed me. It'd be a shame if that led to a countersuit. Yes, a 50-year countersuit. It would be a shame. It would be a shame.
Accusing me of like divulge private information, which I did not do because it's no, you know. But that's why I do that shit. I know that I've got a bit of a temper, right? I know that I can be reactive, and so yes, after she booted me, I said a few snide comments in chat, and then I went and finished my movie, and then I went to bed. And I started this at 8 in the evening. So yeah, it was like exactly 24 hours I gave her.
Can I do a PSA? Here's something from the chat, okay? And like for other panelists, it's like you're going to consume so much content from Flo, even from me, okay, from Chuck. Like the issue that I see is people will hear something that's like, I'm kind of attacking you, but I'm not, because I'm not talking about her too well. And it's like, and then you keep bringing Cynthia. It's like this.
It is reasonable. Something else you mentioned earlier about the bars on the street, you know.
Yeah.
I know I've said this before. I know that you get, and I can only speak for myself, but I want to reiterate again because it's important. Like when I get in fights with people, I know you've heard this, but I'm going to say it for everybody. I don't expect anybody else to have my fights for me. I'm a grown up. I fight my own fights, and so I really want like nobody to feel covert contracted.
Oh,
that's
sure,
what I'm saying.
sure.
That's why I'm so like I'm not mad at anybody.
Dusty acts like a big baby though. So imagine if someone was like, "Yeah, I'm still friends with Sarah, or I still support Sarah." I'm pretty sure you'd be like, "What? Well, I don't fucking trust you." That's how Dusty is. Like knowing how Dusty is, I wouldn't be surprised if like he was just like, "Well, I can't trust this person if they still like Sarah."
Everybody on this panel, right? Like even if like Effigy is saying some shit I think is dumb, I'm not mad at it, right? Like
sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
That's one thing you taught. That's one thing you taught me well. I'll give you kudos for that.
Well, hell, fucking Paul taught me that because I saw the way that he covert contracted his audience.
Yeah, I did Wi-Fi,
and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy." I was like, "It's just like you have people that watch you because your YouTube channel. How much of their life do you think that they handed over to you? Like he's getting mad at people for being in my chat. I was like, that's fucking crazy that you think that because people watch you, they can't watch other people.
Yeah, you own them.
All right, let's take a look at this. See where this goes.
But I actually didn't boot him all the way. I just tucked him backstage, and then I told him in the private chat, just hang back here for a minute.
And I said no.
I didn't kick him out.
I said
just
no.
said, hang tight. Just wait.
Just swallow.
Wait for the open.
And I just she said just wait there and swallow. And I said no.
Just
I told her
wait there
no
and
before
swallow.
I dropped my restream and dipped out. I said no.
Can
I think that
she said swallow.
Ultimately would
after you, Josh.
Well, that's ultimately I think what bothers me, right? When her and Andrew were going at it, you were right there by her side, basically taking up.
You're a
for her
top
here and
white
there. Like,
knight.
I mean, trying to basically build business. I mean, other people might look at it as simping. I look at it as pure business, right? Yet when her interests,
some people might call it simping. I say pure business. Oh, okay, I guess that's one way to cope about it.
turn. I'm claiming that her interest turned because I don't really know exactly what. The last question wasn't exactly clear, right? But she decides she'd go in a different direction, right? And so if she didn't know enough about you to know that there's certain things that
Bro,
you
you're
tolerate.
missing the point. I kind of tried. Sorry.
Let him
He
finish.
knows they know each other, brother. Okay, don't assume that they don't know each other.
Well, see, I don't know all of the different content creators when they get together and collab, right? Not all of them are same. I've seen Flo work with Resla. I've seen Flo go into the black panel and just basically like some odd reason fucking works out really well, right? But there's a sense of collaboration. There's an unspoken rules that the rest of us don't know about it. But I don't understand how.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, some people call it simping. I call it a men's proper role. Yeah, exactly. Listen, I think we get the point here. They had a falling out. I wish I could have just shown also Sarah's, but again, she puts it behind a paywall, so we had to watch Dusty. I will include the link to that stream down below. But yeah, there you go. Trouble in Panelstein. Trouble in the Panelverse. The Queen and her top general had a falling out. And now these two snakes are once again eating their own. Like I said earlier, It's like when the hyenas eat Scar at the end of Lion King, the hyenas are now eating the queen of the Panelverse herself. The queen of the Panelverse, Sara, never thought that her hyenas would turn against her. She thought that they were going to be loyal to her until the end. But no. Surprise, surprise, hyenas are gonna hyena. Snakes are gonna snake. Any surprise there? Is there any surprise when you get two people who can't take responsibility for their actions go at it, huh? Everything we called has finally come to fruition, and it's glorious. It is quite glorious to see. We've been waiting for this day, and it has happened. What did you guys think about this? Sound off in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.